Ah, y'all good? Y'all fantastic? That's good. It's good that we are all good in the neighborhood. Welcome back to a much delayed low energy videos. Very, very, very naughty of me. I can't say it's a good reason, but it is a reason. Depression kind of hit me. I've been feeling very sad. I've been mostly sleeping, honestly, and eating bread. No, I was doing so well with my diet, but what I wanted to do was eat bread. Hell, today I will be mostly living off cream cheese bagels, which I will prepare once I start feeling peckish. It's fine. I'll pick myself up. Already started doing my arms again, so that's good. That's a little something. Picked up all the clothes on the floor. I'm a devil for that. Leaving clothes on the floor. Even when I'm in a good mood. I'm more guaranteed to pick stuff up on the floor. Even right now, why is my hat down there? Oh, I know why, because I tossed it. Yeah, maybe I need it. Anyway, it's been a hot minute since my last stream, and I did promise stuff over the weekend that I failed to deliver. I do apologize. I just didn't have it in me. By the time I'd wake up, it would be like 7 in the morning. Hell, this is even not normally my time. It's a normal enough time for us Europeans, but as most of my audience is American, probably not great for the old analytics. Fuck it. Fuck it. The royal fuck. The royal it. By the way, look what I finally got. Nose hair trimmer. Ah, my baby. Haven't had an itch since. Except when I sneeze, which has also gone down a little bit. Yay. Anyway. I decided I would not feel good if I didn't do anything productive, and I'm not feeling editing to do the next part of the travel video. It ain't done yet. And I've been looking around for a guest for Bearded Ramblings. No feedback yet. And they're all gonna be negative. But we'll see. Oh, I did one good thing. I booked off the ticket for the convention. That's on the 25th and 26th. Finding accommodation is going to be a nightmare. It's the week after Paddy's Day. So there's a good chance some places are going to be completely empty and others will still be packed to the rafters. Oh yeah, I've still got this. Armex. Little bit of a lip balm. I'd personally prefer a chapstick, but I'm getting good use out of this. And it works too. It also smells really nice. What's it smell like? Doesn't say. Wait. Trade name. I mean, I can't read that. Bezia? Okay. Made in Belgium. Neat. Yeah. I imagine there's gonna be a big crowd today. That's okay. I've got a busy enough week planned for me this month, I should say. Busy enough month. I'll try to stick with some streaming. So you got today for God knows how long. I'd like to think 6 hours. And I've got enough of a backlog that we might get into that. We'll see. Power outage. Lack of interest. Stream being taken down. Numerous things. Snowing outside where you live? Oh, that's awesome. Take some pictures. Toss them up onto the Discord. I always like some snow. I saw Jeff Holiday posted up some pictures of himself being like, whoa, it's snowing. Also, this is, of course, Lofty Beats. One of the more... I'll actually I'll widescreen it. Full screen it. I can never say the word just right, can I? There's always something that my fucking dyslexia kicks me out of. That's all hassle. Anyway, I've got a bunch of cream cheese and ham. At least I think it's ham. It's luncheon meat. Ooh. Bagels, and I've got, not counting this one, 8 cups of coffee. So I'll be well stored for the while here. Well, a little bit of itch because I didn't do a good job of it. Ooh. Forgive me, I've just started learning how to use this damn thing. Still, noticed a good change. We'll watch some stuff in a little bit. As for gaming, I'm feeling something, but I don't know what. I know I normally game over on Twitch. I never did say that I would never not game on this. In fact, I said the opposite. They would become special times. I think this is a special enough time. Hell, if I had the DLC, I'd even I'd play some trucking simulator for old time's sake. As for tomorrow, I might give you a Twitch gaming stream. Hiya, Red Eye. I'm starting my low climb, my very slow climb out of a depression hole I found myself in. What happened last time I was on stream? Christ. Was it with you? I think it was. You made me depressed, motherfucker. No, I'm only messing. I think... No, like, I'm not... I don't suffer with depression. I get depressive bouts. It's kind of like clouds coming over me. And it's over pretty heavy right now. I spent most of it asleep. I think on one day I'd have slept for 12 hours. No, more than that. 14. If I wasn't getting up to pee every once in a while, I probably would have kept on sleeping. Don't worry. We are actively doing what we can for it not to be a mopey. So I'll get rid of all the things I've got saved on my backlog for Bearded Ramblings. And there was a very good reason I didn't do Bearded Ramblings on Thursday. The depression was one of them. I kind of bombed with my date. Kinda? We just didn't really see eye to... No, it wasn't a bomb. We just didn't really have anything in common. We just kind of shrugged and was like, nah, and that was it. Nice lady. I enjoyed her company for a short time I talked to her. But the problem was then I had tons of money in my pocket and nothing better to do. Now, smart me would have gone home, and I did eventually. Not before getting tons of cans into my pocket. And my bag. Tons of cans. And I had including a bottle of peanut butter whiskey. So then on the Thursday, I woke up and I realized, I was hungover like crazy. Oh, I was bad. And then B, it just kept on going. And then C also, I had no guest for Bearded Ramblings, so I just told Krendar, can't do it. There. I'm looking for a guest now for BR. I'm also very much thinking what else to do. So yeah, on Tuesday I'll give you guys tomorrow I'll give you a gaming stream, and then on Wednesday I'm not drinking. I'm doing something very smart with my money. I'm actually paying off something in advance, well before, so I don't have to worry about it when the time comes. Then on Thursday, hopefully we'll have a guest. If not, I think we'll just go live anyway. For Bearded Ramblings. And then back on to Twitch. I want to do a marathon stream of Assassin's Creed. I could even do that tomorrow. Of just fucking finishing AC2 and getting on to the next one, because we're about halfway done with it now. One big marathon stream for like, say, 8 hours, 9 hours. Should see the game finished. We've gotten all of Altair's armor. I've gotten most of the weapon upgrades. I think I've found every one of the statues in the garden. There's a lot of busy work we've done. And I'm not getting all the feathers. Fuck that noise. No one does the feathers unless they're a psychopath. So I could just like bum rush the main plot, but I want to get all the locations first with the synchronization, and I'll probably even try to do all the assassination contracts. So that will take about 8 hours. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Maybe we'll just get that done and then move on to the next game, which will be Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, or is it Revelations? That was Brotherhood. Like I said, we're doing all the games I have, and by the time it's done, I should have some money put away for an upgrade for the computer to play Syndicate and Odyssey on stream, and then finally Valhalla. And if I can play Valhalla, there's tons of other games I'll be able to play as well. I've got Syndicate. I haven't played much of it. I've got more RAM than the old computer now, so that'll definitely help. But while streaming, anyway, none of that matters right now. I think we've preambled enough at nearly half. No, fuck it. Let's make the first half hour just pure preamble. Yeah. So, Red Eye, how's the gardening coming? Any more of your babies finally produced? Oh, and don't forget, Paddy's Day week, 3-day stream. There won't be a wasted Wednesday, but you won't need it because Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I think it's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, is it? No, I could do Wednesday. 15, 16, and 17. But I think there might be a guest I brought. I've already got like 2 guests, I think, for Paddy's Day drinking. Then I won't be drinking on the 22nd, but you're gonna get a live. Don't forget, you're gonna get a live stream on the 25th and 26th in Dublin when I go to the convention. By the way, Doug Walker is coming to the convention hall at 4 o'clock on the 26th. So I probably won't be able to live stream that, but I will try to like snag a few bits of footage. Other than that, I'll live stream around the hall and shit. There's a 40k table. There's a couple of screenings of movies, the Pokemon movie and some Sonic episodes. That's a hard pass from me, dog. Especially because I got some friends in Dublin want to meet up, so including Claire. Be nice. Oh, and of course, we have a stream goal. And forget that. Anything given, greatly appreciated. This bad boy's going. Bell Peppers got wiped out. Oh, Jesus. There's possums in Australia. I don't know why I find that so weird. They are strungly and weird looking babies. But I'm selling off my greenhouse, which I'm sealing off greenhouse of Fort Knox. Hell yeah! Only unfortunate you have to do it after. What did they used to say? It's from your foes, not your friends, that cities learn the lesson of building high walls. You got complacent. Now that must have sucked. Oh, and the bell peppers would have been one of the more choicer things. Google them? Alright. Keep the music playing for another few more minutes. As always, this is Lofi Beef Beats. I know, I think Dragnut plays these sometimes. Australian. Awesome. Oh yeah. Oh. That's it. Yeah, they are. Too bad that they fucked you over, didn't they? Wait, is this not? Well, that's something at least. There. Yeah, look at them little babies. Brunglies. I only found out like a few days ago of this weird like gopher-like thing that throws its own babies at predators to run away. Like that's some weird natural like selection right there. Still, they hell, I saw these. I'd probably think that would be a bloody wallaby or some shit like that. Alright. There we go. Wallaby. God, I can't spell for shit. Aww. Oh, it wants to be a kangaroo, but it isn't. Look how fat he is. That chunker. So small. Australia's like... may sit up and grow a scorpion chili and let them have a go at it. Yeah, if they've got any sort of self-preservation, they'll know not to go to your garden. Oh. Over here, our biggest nuisance pest is the humble fox. Which urban foxes are very common over here. And my ma, last time I chatted to her, he was like looking after a whole family. Wait, watermelons? Little wallabies. Also vegetable thieves. Who was it? Oh, Push It Up Roses on Twitter posted up an image of like the animals of Farthing Wood. If anyone doesn't know what that is, that's a show from like the BBC back in the day. like a cartoon, but it had a high body count of all these talking animals trying to find the new home. It was very Game of Thrones-esque, as in nobody was free of like threat. And there was so many, even from like other animals. There was human hunters and traffic. That's how the hedgehogs died. But Australia's cute but deadly. Yeah. Oh god, but there was one character in it. It was a kestrel, just called Kestrel, and she just like would kill so many other versions of the other animals, like the little stoats and varmints. And when she was always being confronted by it, she would always just say like, "Well, what did you expect me to do? I'm hungry." She's bloody right. She's a it's okay for them. It's okay for her to attack the other animals. You know. I don't know if that would be copyrighted or else the show with the clips of her just attacking random like barn mice and shit, and then they were like, Kestrel, what? You know, that's how she always talked. It was always like a ghost. Very fancy. Like, why did the birds always hang around with the ground animals? They could always just leave whenever they wanted. That was weird. Oh, and then Badger died. He just died of old age. That was sad. That whole show could be really sad. Not as sad and brutal as Watership Down, or definitely not the Plague Dogs, but those were aimed towards a slightly older audience. Very upbeat songs for like a bunch of animals getting killed. Disney has acquired the rights to the Plague Dogs. Oh! Or that German one with the cats that fuck for no reason at one point. They just like from the 70s, and there's like a series of deaths among the cats, and as it turns out there's this former Nazi scientist experimenting on them. But there's a scene where like a female cat shows up and for no reason they just start fucking. I'm like, why? I do miss certain elements of 70s and 80s animation, but sometimes it was just weird. I mean, any sex scene in Heavy Metal made sense, except for I suppose the robot humping the Jewish woman. No, that made sense in the context of it. But like, there was other times where it was just nudity for nudity's sake and sex for sex sake, and I'm like, okay, cocaine created this. Down and Dirty Duck is one of those. Jesus Christ. What else was I talking about? Oh yeah, possums, cute. Don't fuck them or have them be eaten by. Well, maybe, I don't know. They're probably eaten by something. Now, as cute as they are, let's be honest here, the opossum is far superior, if only just for its name and its weird face. Plus, it's always hissing all the time. Oh, it's a possum. Opossum. So I've got a big backlog of stuff we can go through. And as it's Monday and I have until Thursday to fill it up, it won't go out of its way to, you know, take away anything from Thursday. Oh, one more thing before I go. One more thing before we end it. Go. I'm not going anywhere. There. Did it again. I did it again. Why do I keep doing this? Here we go. Puggles! Look at them, they're like goo balls. It almost sounds like a slur. Puggle. Our baby short-beaked echidnas, a species of spiny anteater. Aw, look at little Knuckles. Alright. Let's see what's going on at Twitter. So most of these links are from Twitter. Oh dear. Page doesn't exist. Aha! This is good. This is good. Less thing to worry about. No context humans. Already seen it. So, yeah, this one too. I've been thinking that yeah, okay, this is a good one to start with. Spiky boys, yeah. Echidnas have four-headed penises. Bill, you remind me of the little daughter from not Bruce Almighty, the terrible spin-off. Is it Evan Almighty? The one where he builds an ark and the kid is just obsessed with like whales and like no, it wasn't the daughter, it was the son. And he's talking about like the penis size or something. Speaking of penises. Okay. It's Evan Almighty. Ah. He was dressed up as a fucking like he claimed it was M. Bison. And it is M. Bison's hat, but I mean there's a scene where he's literally doing a Nazi salute. Like I don't think he's a Nazi, I think he's a moron. Retry. No. Guess that's gone too. Wait. Huh? Oh, we've seen this one. I do have. This is why I often like have to do this at the end of every episode and just empty out this selection. What's this?
It burns 110 kilograms of fuel per race, and the engine gets up to 2,600 degrees Celsius. Now, this one's just been idling, so it's not quite the fire! No, it's hot! It's hot! It's hot! It's hot! It's hot! It's hot! This is a Formula One race car.
Hey, he sounded like Cyrax there. Oh god, I think I have the Cyrax clip of him getting punched. Yeah, okay, what I remember, let's find the Cyrax. Cyrax get knocked out. Here it is. Cyrus gets beat up by Music Biz Marty. I don't pretend to know who that is. I'm not as in deep in the lore, but Oh, welcome back. Wah. He sounds like a goat giving birth. Oh damn, a little bit S&M going on here. Cyrax talks a lot for a guy who gets his ass kicked. The thing is, he keeps on getting his ass kicked over and over again. Like every other time. This is the first time he actually stood up and he got knocked down. Of course he did. He's got like fetal alcohol syndrome and he's inbred. But he is like, his response is, well, at least I showed up. Yeah, you didn't show up the other two times. You got your grandmama to come out and protect you. Like you're 5. And he starts all these fights. He starts, like, pretty soon we're going to have a Liquid Chris versus Cyrax fight. And Liquid Chris is going to kick his mutated ass.
Run away now. Shut the fuck up. Fine.
Fine. Why did you think this was going to go? You're made of wicker.
You win. You win. You win. Please let us go. I'm begging you. Please. Get the fuck out of here. Get up. Get the fuck up.
Now let him run.
Bitch.
Bitch. And apparently this guy is really out of shape. So, and if you're wondering, like, it was a bit hard to see, it was all happening down there. He basically just he apparently bitch slapped him. He fell to the ground, then just sort of pinned him. And was just there, like, you heard what he said. No, Marty's big, but is Marty, like well built? I don't think Cyrax... Let's see. I don't think Cyrax is... Okay, that is not the guy. That can't be the guy who... Base Shadman on Twitter. I just found the link that had Cyrax attached to him, so... Okay, this is some clickbait shit. And this is like 2 years ago. Apparently they've just been shouting at each other. But the thing is, like, look at Cyrax and you tell me that this shit is able to take on anyone, you know? Oh, I actually never watched that with Nick Bravo. Yeah! Yeah! I mean, just look at him, alright? Like, Ricky Burrick could win against this motherfucker, okay? Hell, Ricky could probably take me on and win. There's like no chance in hell. Like, and he's still like defending himself, saying that like, oh, I'm a badass. No, you're not. You lost. You actually howled like a bitch. You actually howled like a howler monkey. We all heard it. We just saw it. Then he gets saved by some black man. Nick Bravo. Drag across Reddit. Help! Help! He's like that Karen who's like is like standing in front of the car screaming, Mike! Mike! I'm being attacked! I'm being attacked! Like her phone's not even on. Like oh, Reddit. Don't ever change. I mean, I'm not going to join you, but... Woo! Holy shit. Why was Nick Bravo getting beaten up again? Whoa, shit. I escalated quickly. That's what's called I think red flag biased. You see a woman getting chased by a crowd of angry people. So do you go in and help her out? There's a chance she burnt down an orphanage though. So oof. So why what was the name of the guy in Portugal who got kicked? Is fucking badass motherfucker. He's connected to like IP2 or whatever. Allegedly he was someone he fucked over. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. This ain't gonna be a beat 'em up episode like a lot of mine turn out to be. These people are unreal. Unreal Tournament? Wait, this is the freak out episode. Right, how far back does this go? Hi, Walter.
Hey everyone, my name's Walter, and I'm back here with more insanity from our good friend Russell Greer. Russell is an acclaimed author who wrote a book about how he tried to sue Taylor Swift and how it ruined his life. He also tried to sue Ariana Grande and Farrah Abraham. Here's a list of
Yeah, he tries to sue everyone.
Russell's lawsuits, in fact. Yeah, this guy is pretty unhinged, and he thinks women owe him their attention. I've called him the king of the nice guys in the past, and he shouldn't
Look at those teeth. Like, he took that from fucking Lola Bunny. You know?
disappoint in that regard. So let's just begin with the horror of Russell Greer. I'd like to mention that Russell left me a comment on one of my videos the other day, so hi Russell.
Thanks for attention and bookmark it said side. He technically is, Walter is technically a part of Kiwi Farms because he uses it to go after Lucas. But he didn't support anything else they did. And if he did, not cool, Walter. Not cool. Keffels is based.
We're going to be reading some of his reviews that he left for business.
He looks like he's in special ed. Like he kind of looks like he should be hanging out with like Hobbes while developing a meth addiction.
Businesses, mostly brothels. I don't mean to shame the men who visit brothels, but it's weird to see someone so proud of it that they leave lengthy reviews under their real name. I have to mention before we go any further that Russell will be talking about being disabled a lot. His disability is Mobius syndrome, a rare condition that makes his facial muscles not work correctly.
Well, that's a shame, and I retract then what I say about his teeth. Actually, no, I keep it up because he's such a piece of shit. It kind of overlaps it. Nah, that's petty. I do rescind that, especially because I should have remembered. But that still doesn't change his personality, does it?
I just want to make it clear that he's not like in a wheelchair or something, because he often doesn't make it clear. Oh my heck. What else can I say? I loved it. I had been wanting to come for the longest time. Probably for 5 years now, but never
See, all he has to do is just change it into see him. Also, what, he's not going to swear in a fucking, for about a brothel?
had the chance until a month ago. For all of you guys who are curious as to what goes on inside a brothel and what the parties are like and how the women are, I shall enlighten you all.
Women, sex, for money. Pretty straightforward. Wear condom, no kiss, that costs extra, and not all girls do it.
Oh yeah, that was definitely keeping me up at night. I'm sure this review will be totally not cringeworthy. After months of saving money and finding the time to go to Nevada, I browsed the Love Ranch website to find the perfect women who would help me lose my virginity, and who would also be worth the plane trip, which is about 3 hours non-stop from where I'm at, but I had 2 layovers before I got there. I chose the lovely, exotic Jade Capri. Normally I'd say that a lot of women don't like being called exotic, but it's a pretty minor red flag as far as Russell goes. He wrote an
Also, she is technically a hooker.
entire song about how exotic Giovanna is. She's an Instagram model from the Dominican Republic. Only 10s will suffice for Russell. After I decided upon the girl I wanted to see, I had to email Jade to make sure she would be available. She said yes, that she would, and to solidify the appointment, I would have to call the Love Ranch and put a deposit down, $100 or higher, to ensure the appointment would happen. I did so.
I hear that the Love Ranch is like incredibly expensive. And it can often get booked out because it's like the only one in. For the longest time, it was like the only one in Nevada. Like, seriously, there are independent escorts if he just needed to lose his virginity.
The ranch also provides a cab service from the airport to the ranch. The
Convenient.
cost for a round trip is $55. That is a super good deal, since a yellow cab will cost about $140 one way.
That's New York
The
prices.
cab was a saving grace. To get a ranch cab, you have to call the Love Ranch and put $55 down about 2 days before you fly in. The cab arrived about 45 minutes later. They had to drop off a working girl at the ranch, so that's why the cab was a little late. The cab drive is about a 30-minute drive. The driver was totally cool and easy to talk to. The Love Ranch is located off the main highway outside of Carson City and is along a dirt road. Down the road about a mile is the Bunny Ranch, the mother ranch if you will. The outside of the Love Ranch looks great. It is a white metal fence that surrounds it. You have to be buzzed.
Wow. Like, it's just a fucking ranch style house with an oversized signs everywhere that look completely out of place. Oh god, the tiki torches, no!
In to get in, but the driver opened the gate for me, and then I walked into the brothel. I was a little nervous. The lady bartender stood near the open doorway and welcomed me. She asked me if I wanted a lineup, meaning for girls to come out and you choose them. I said no thank you, I am here to see Jade Capri. The bartender smiled and said that she would get Jade for me. She instructed me to take a seat on one of the red love couches that lined the entire wall of the lobby.
The way he's describing it does make me think he has to have more than just that syndrome. I mean, for starters, the amount of times he's sued all these famous people can't be a sign of someone with good mental health. And then on top of it... Wait, it's... Did it? You know what's weird? I used to, for a little while, I got these little notifications saying that you can do this, you can do that, that this is okay, that is a auto start. Look, I'm gonna have a look at the stream health, okay? Because this is ridiculous. Absolutely. Community moderation. Let's try that. Settings. Related features to go. I've got a lot of mods. Including August. We'll get rid of him now. Bye, August. You done fucked up. Bunch of hitters. You know, I only have 3 words that are blocked. Only 3. And one of them is a word I say. Retard in the right context. So I'm getting rid of that. If you guys abuse it, I'll put it back. One word is the N word. I won't say what the other word is. Keeps it spicy. I don't. Whole potentially increase strictness. Messages in your live chat. Hold potentially inappropriate chat messages for review. Comments in your channel. Inappropriate chat messages for review. Okay. Fuck it. Oh shit! My channel's birthday. Today? Okay. Well, happy birthday to me, I guess. Stream health. Latency. Analytics. No, that's everything. Honestly, I don't know why. I mean, we can try it. Of course, I'll be able to say it. Yeah, I honestly don't know what to say. What's going on here? Fuck it. Alright. Well, not much I can do.
The lobby was dimly lit.
And if you want to know... I just put it in the server. Yeah. And if you want to know, like, my stance on it, I think retard's a pretty useful word to be used. There are some people who just cross the line into retardation. And the fact that I suffer from it, yeah. I'm kind of similar to how a lot of people, I think it was Jeff who said on DP a little while ago that he loved using the word maggot with an F, not as a slur against gay people, just in general, because it has a lot of weight to it. And I don't feel that way towards that, but I feel that way towards retard. So
80s music played over the speakers of the room. Abstract paintings of naked women hung on the walls. The place seemed pretty legit, and I thought, wow, I'm in a brothel.
Also, good point there, Bill. We were talking about Russell Greer, because you said nothing wrong here. Why is he suing these women? Does he just sue them because they make him horny? Like, how do you... Oh, he sues them because he thinks that, like, the songs give him permission to start interacting with them on a more intimate level. Seriously. Like, they're all musicians and actresses. And he wants, especially Taylor Swift, he wants to go out on dates with them. He wants to go out and get to know them. He wants them to be his girlfriend, and they reject him. So he thinks that they are, I forget the exact term of it. It's not infringing. It's infringing on his rights, but I forget which type of rights he's infringing on. They're infringing on. Of course, they're dismissed out of court, and all these people have vast quantities of money, where he doesn't. So I do wonder how he keeps paying for these cases, because even like the most short-lived court case is going to cost him a vast sum of money each time. Then he writes a book that almost nobody read, or if they did read it, they just stole the damn thing. So I don't. Maybe some MGTOWs fund him or whatever. I don't know.
Bartender gave me a drink for free as
He's
I
beyond
waited.
pathetic.
If you're wondering how old Russell was in this post like I was, I believe he was 22, about 9 years ago. I should caution those of you with heart problems, though. The atmosphere is pretty smoky, not just because Jade and the other beauties are walking around in there, lighting the place up, but because people smoke in there. Not the girls really, but the patrons. Cigarette
Currently on the table. I have to admit, even 9 years ago, that would have been quite rare to see people smoking indoors. I suppose due to the legalese of the ranch, it technically would be allowed. I mean, if they're not going to raid you for being a brothel, they're not going to raid you for being for health and safety, you know? Makes you wonder how many of them are also on like hardcore drugs.
cartons lay on the tables. My dream girl hopped out of my dreams and met me.
Aw.
Jade was about my height, 5'8" to 5'9", and has tan skin. She wore a black dress and has an incredibly fit physique. But most importantly, she has beautiful eyes and an attractive face. Her blonde hair falls a little past her shoulders. To paint a picture in your mind, think of a Brazilian version of supermodel Heidi Klum, and then you have Jade. She also has a...
She is attractive, but like the way he's going on about her, it's like, oh god, when I listened to the Chris Chan documentary about Chris Chan describing their birthday, all the little details that are completely unnecessary, it kind of adds up to this sort of Spurg-esque over detail that, you know, especially because it's a person, and hell, it's a prostitute at this. She's a prostitute. She's not your love of your life.
sexy Brazilian accent that I could listen to all day. The room we partied in was the VIP room. It is nice and luxurious. We discussed what we wanted. I had a 4-figure budget, higher than $1,200, less than $2,000.
Okay.
She said she could work with that and gave me 2 hours of non-stop sex and unlimited fun with her.
Unlimited fun with her? Are you still having unlimited fun with her? It is kind of sad. Like, these guys have no one in their lives. I recently watched the Justin Wang video on the guy who married his waifu, the CGI girl with the huge blue hair, who appeared in like the little jar. We actually looked at that jar years ago on an early episode of BR. The guy, like the businessmen who like have no one in their lives, so this little CGI figurine pops up and wakes them up in the morning and asks them how work went. And you could also technically marry one. Oh no. I don't know. I feel I feel so bad for guys like that. Though the way he was talking, that guy, he wasn't really harming anyone. I just don't think he had any right to compare it to being like sexual in the same way as being gay, because he's not oppressed over it. No one's putting laws into place saying you can't do this, you can't do that. It's just really weird. Like, the VR bot is just a robot. It's just a program. Not a real person. If you saw them in an anime, a voice actor or actress, most likely an actress, is the one who is doing the voice that you fell in love with. It's not real.
Unlike a lot of people I might talk about, Russell does actually work for his money, so if he wants to spend over $1,000 in 2 hours, that is his prerogative.
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean, he's in Vegas. He's actually more likely to have a better time here than he is in like Vegas proper.
This was, after all, him losing his...
Reminds me of Krieger from Archer. Yeah. And hell, he put more effort in. At least he tried to make her fucking real, you know? And as far as I could tell, she kind of... While she reached a level of sentience, she also kind of liked him back. So, you know... fine. That at least is not hurting anyone. This guy taking the women to court because he heard a song about them. Or about them where they say, I love you. Which is not you specifically. They're, look at him. Like, I know he's got the disability about his face, but what does that explain about his movement? He's shuffling back and forth like a fucking... the guards outside of the Wicked Witch's castle.
Virginity. After paying the cashier and I took a shower, Jade got us drinks and put my protective equipment on. She let me undress her, and then
Protective equipment. Here's your mining hat, your gloves, your goggles. My hat, she squirts all over. My eyes, the goggles do nothing. Oh, bless him. In a different context, this would almost be sweet. Kind of sad, but sweet. But then you realize it's Russell Greer we're talking about, so...
Due to the word limit on Yelp per review, let me just say Jade is my dream come true. She helped me lose my virginity and was patient with me and worked past my disability, facial paralysis. She will give you all the sex you want, any way you want, and she likes to kiss on the lips. To top it off, we got Thai food and ate it in the kitchen. It was the best. As all good things must come to an end, so did this date. As I walked back out to the cab with the driver, Jade followed and told me to come again. We then kissed each other on the lips. Twice. Jade is my unofficial girlfriend. I have great feelings.
And you are her piggy bank. That's it.
For her. No, it's not lust, nor a silly boy crush, but truly is love. And
no,
for everything she did for me.
No,
because
it's not.
For 22 years, this young man with a facial paralysis never had been.
Love, first of all, facial paralysis, again, has nothing to do with the fact that you're a fucking... Well, I'm acting like a retard. He's definitely got a, when it comes down to love. Like, that's a dumb way of looking at things. Love is not. This is something that's 100% true. I've told this to everyone who's ever been in love. Love, you can't call it love if the other person doesn't feel it back. That's obsession. That's the difference between I love you and stalker. If you obsess over somebody, whether it be romantically, professionally, violently, you might want to fucking kill them. That's obsession. You can't call it love, because that's not love. You have to have that person then feel the way back to you. It doesn't have to be the exact same way. In fact, it can never be quite the exact same way. But if both people love each other, then it's not even like much of a hassle. It's more of a given. I've been in love. A lot of people watching this have been in love, or are in love, or will fall in love. In many ways, it is similar to what you feel with your parents, or what you feel with like a best friend that you've known for many, many years. Or even what you feel for a dog. Only this one adds in sex, hopefully. You don't think that way about your dog. Although, I did see that image a few days ago of all the white women. Hold on. It's got no nudity in it, so I can show it. It's like a survey. Oh, come on. For some reason, Twitter is acting slow on this. Sexual incidents, indecence rates between women and domestic canines. White women. I like how there's this actual one spot of Siberia that's holding out. Is Japan really not? I don't know, because they're a bunch of freaks. Oh, they're big more into seafood. Mexico seems to be free of that perversion, except for the areas that border fucking America. You're a bad influence. Oddly enough, Germany is hardly a big deal. They're probably the ones that invented it. Oh god, I can see the little spot to indicate Israel. It is, it's just Western view. When you hit the West, you become just attracted to dogs. Oh god. As you get older, you realize women are just as fucking weird as men. Sometimes weirder.
And kissed or hugged by a girl, even hardly by his mom.
Dude, it's a hooker. If it were love, she would have gotten in the cab with you and lived with you while she turned tricks on the side. And if it was real love, you would just be sad that you couldn't provide enough money that she wouldn't have to do this. It wouldn't be, oh, she's fucking other people. It's a real shame that we're not making enough money to pay the bills. This is my new boyfriend, Russell. His name is Fido.
And Jade came and saved me from my self-doubt and real affection. In closing, I love Jade, and am planning a second trip to see her. I recommend the Love Ranch to everyone, and I also recommend Jade. Treat her like a lady, and she will give in to you.
At least he's not like super possessive, you know? He's like, hey, I love my new girlfriend Jade, and you can love her too. Alright, that's progressive enough.
He's literally just some kid who lost his virginity and thinks he's in love. All of us can see that, of course.
Of course.
This is honestly a pretty good review if you can get past the cringe factor. It answers a lot of mundane questions people might have about brothels. So you probably noticed that Russell seemed to kind of understand how the transaction works here. They both agree to what they're doing and how much money it is, and then he pays that money and gets what he paid for. They say it's the world's oldest profession, so it's not too complicated, and that's why he goes to the brothel. Well, after a number of visits, Russell apparently forgot how the deal worked. He spent...
Yep. Oh, alright, I'm gonna hit a bingo card right now. 3 things. 1, she betrayed me. 2, I thought we had something special. And 3, she was the love of my life. All past tense.
3 hours taking an escort out to dinner at the Olive Garden. What do you do on a 3-hour dinner date with someone you've never met before? Not to mention Russell's disability makes it pretty hard to understand him for people who aren't used to it. So what he decided to do here was be the ultimate nice guy, by paying for 3 hours of sex and then taking her out to eat instead.
It's the fucking scene with the hookers from the IT crowd. They got embarrassed, so they took them to a fun fair instead. And like the last scenes of the episode are just the 2 guys having a great time on like the teacups and the fucking like the roller coaster, and these two like girls just with cigarettes looking bored out of their minds.
And then he hoped that he was so much of a gentleman that she'd want to have sex with him for free when they got back. It turns out that's not how things work. I think he got a limo and everything. What the hell was he thinking? Well, let's hear more of the story from Russell's petition on change.org.
Oh, sweetie. No. No. Oh, yeah, this is clearly a place where you find love. This is just promoting just pure love right now. So romantic. Move over, Venice.
Press criminal charges against brothel owner Dennis
Criminal!
Hoff. Dennis Hoff is a fairly well-known figure seen in HBO's series Cat House about the Moonlight Bunny Ranch. I was a regular, so to speak. I had met Dennis before, and he was pleasant. This all changed in 2014 when I had saved $4,000 to meet a hooker named Kira Keeper, and she defrauded me. This ruined me emotionally, more than financially, because I had invested my soul and heart in the encounter.
This guy has so much more money than I do. I mean, I could raise $4,000. It would take me a while, but I could do it. And then he goes and he fucking squanders it on like a hooker who he thinks he can charm. Like, I'd have had almost more respect for him if he put the money in the stock market.
Go to brothels to have the girlfriend experience. Money I can make again. Soul, heartache, emotional distress, and pain is something that can't be replaced. She hurt me so bad that I decided to sue her. I literally went into seizures because of this girl. I have chronic depression.
No, you didn't. You went into seizures the same way those people on TikTok who says that like the vaccine makes them shake and they're just doing this like no.
And so the incident did not help me. I ended up going to a specialized trauma therapist who testified that I had 2 large trauma lumps formed in my head from the incident.
What? The fuck is a trauma lump? Say it fast enough, it's something that Dr. Seuss would make. Trauma lump. Most common cause of skin lumps Most common cause of skin lumps is trauma or injury. This type of lump is sometimes called a goose egg. It's occurred when you hit your head or another part of your body, your skin. Not that type of trauma. But this is just you physically getting a swell. So the only way she could have done that is if you got an STD from her.
Worse, she didn't.
Or she was in a mood for breaking out the paddle.
Apologize or care because she had been caught. When I told Dennis that I was going to sue her, he flipped out and called me a clusterfuck and swore at me and threatened me.
Good.
Dennis didn't understand that I was at a religious college and was working a religious job, and my family was religious, and friends were religious, so I had nobody to share my pain with except with hookers.
That makes you very good at religious.
When I told the hookers, they told Dennis and he got mad at me. He eventually banned me momentarily for simply sharing my pain with my sexual partners. Dennis is a truly vile person. At no time during this did he try to compensate for my loss or offer me emotional help or anything. He victim.
I would have him committed, not Dennis, but the other guy. I'd have him committed, and all his money being put into legal funds to legalize prostitution across America. Like every bit of money he'd make from his profession would go into that, while he would basically be taught in whatever educational system that he'd be sent to why he's there and why he fucked up. You know, it could range from you know, helpful to harmful, but either way, he wouldn't be writing this stupid shit on the internet anymore. And he might even come out of it a better person, or at least a more quiet one.
Shamed me. Eventually, in 2015, he unbanned me, and I went to his brothel again and didn't have any problems with the girl I saw.
Shocking.
In 2016, I came out about my lifestyle because I had decided to try legalizing prostitution in Utah.
Good.
Current constitutional challenge that is being litigated in federal court. Russell acts like he had to come out of the closet about seeing prostitutes. Well, during this time, I had tried seeing a girl named Danny DeVille. I thought she was cute, but I found out she didn't want to see me because of my disability. I was so hurt. I had created a fake email and see if she would reply to that. She did. It was truly disgusting what she did. Discrimination leaves a bitter taste in the mouth. Not one to be denied services, I vented on my personal Facebook about how horrible Danny is. Since Danny allows anal sex, I exaggerated that she had AIDS. Maybe it was in poor taste, but her discrimination caused me to flip out.
This is the same attitude as those guys who did catfishing. I remember this was years ago on I think it was Chess. No, it was Non Sequitur. And they had this guy on who he was like a really young guy, and he got rejected once by a woman, and as a result he ended up having a having a woman reject him. So he catfishes like women on Tinder and older women, like fucking widows, because if one woman knows the feeling of his pain, then it'll be justified. Dennis Hoff is dead now. He died while running for office. He won the race posthumously. Nevada, don't ever change.
Danny not only refused to see me, a friendly, in-shape young guy with money, but she had people harass me online.
You have Mr. Burns' hump.
Up my photos. She mocked my former religion. She and others did things 10 times worse than I did.
So what?
My reaction was anger being built up. I used social media to vent. I had an anxiety attack when I wrote it and actually deleted the post when I calmed down. Since I am becoming a public figure myself, trolls follow me and they sent Dennis what I wrote. Apparently he started this whole thing by getting mad about her flirting with older, fatter men online, and then he messaged them angrily. Then she canceled the, date. So this is what he posted to his social media. AIDS-infested sex worker. Hashtag jerk. She would rather see creepy fatty McPatties who are old and lumpy who prey upon the young.
Look at even his posture. Jesus fucking Christ. He looks like a fucking mutant from a, like, not Fallout, but another like post-apocalyptic game where he's like shuffling towards you with a pipe in his hand.
Because they have been too stupid to try living life.
And that has nothing to do with his face, so that's all just him. He thinks that's a good look.
Croc Harker. Another weird shit name.
Croc Harker! Croc Harker! Freaky Geek isn't bad.
See them, then see me. A great guy who is in shape and ambitious, and has at least tried talking to girls in his kind.
In shape.
You didn't want to talk because idiots pollute my name, and you listened to them and didn't get to know me yourself. Your loss. If it was up to me, you would be in a halfway house. Man, why would she be the one in a halfway house? Sounds to me like she was probably making pretty good money, too.
Yeah.
Russ was one of the high rollers, and he was going to pay thousands. I don't know how true everything he says about Dennis Hoff is, but I can tell that Russ is just jealous of him. He wants to own a brothel and use the power dynamic to date much more attractive women who work there. If you're wondering what the former religion is of this guy from Utah,
whoa.
Of course.
Really? I would have never guessed.
Of course it is. Just imagine the level of sexual repression that leads to someone like Russell. Myself and the Nevada Disability Rights Commission will be filing a lawsuit against Dennis Hoff and the Bunny Ranch for violating Nevada law.
Good job.
Under Nevada law, you cannot deny service to the disabled. Also, Dennis Hoff's business practices are dangerously borderline criminal. I will give Mr. Hoff one last chance to change his mind. If he still denies me service, I will proceed to sue him and shut down each brothel he owns. Your move, Dennis Hoff. Russell, it's not illegal to ban a disabled person, it's illegal to ban someone for being disabled. And honestly, you could probably get away with that, as long as you didn't explicitly say that's what you're doing.
Yeah, you could just say that you didn't have appropriate dress. Like I've been banned from a place because I had a beard, and it was like a very sort of fancy place. But they said my shoes were scuffed, which they were. So yeah.
Well, let's read one more post for today. My Change.org success story. I
Success.
filed a petition earlier this month on Change.org, and while it brought about a bunch of rude people who said some truly nasty stuff about me, honey attracts rodents. A good thing actually happened from it. I won't share the positive outcome of what happened because it's for me to know and you not to know sort of thing. I didn't go through all the comments. I stopped after one person signed his name as Adolf Hitler. But I'm assuming there were actual supporting signatures on it. Regardless, I succeeded, and it brought about a satisfying result. And that is the end to that chapter and feud. But the moral of this post is, yes, Change.org works, even if half the signatures mock you for what you try to achieve and change. Believe in you. Screw the haters. Let them
One like.
all when they're filled. My lord, the petition didn't work, of course. Petitions don't really work in the best of times, and this was probably just a bunch of people from Kiwi Farms making fun of him. Oh wait, look at this. So what? My landlord's sister is hot.
Yeah, this is. I remember him posting this on. I remember Walter posting this on Twitter. He got his landlord was threatening to evict him, and he wouldn't say why for the longest time. And then eventually he's like, "Well, I said something to his sister, and now we know what it is." And look, he liked it. He's the only one who liked it. I mean, it's only 3 minutes in, but I mean, like, lolcows tend to attract. Well, like he said, honey attracts rodents, which is not the saying of it.
I asked her out. That was 2 months ago. It suddenly has become a problem, and without any warning, I was given a month's notice to move out.
Good.
Oh well, blame the hormones. Russell, I think the month to move out is your warning. Blaming the hormones just reminds me of Chris Chan anyway, of course.
He's gonna end up living with
That's all the
Lucas.
time I have for you today. Thanks for watching, everyone. I think next
He looks like he's just come out of like someone's sewer, you know, like a fucking sewer pipe.
time we'll at least be covering the Taylor Swift lawsuit and possibly Ariana Grande, depending on how long it ends up taking. If you have something to say, make sure you let me hear it in the comments.
Wow.
If you're new here, consider subscribing for more of the same. Big ups also to my generous patrons who actually give me money every month so I can make videos. I'll shout them out by name very soon here. I'll actually be back with Russell soon. There's a lot more here than I thought, and I can see why some people think he's worse than Lucas.
He's more active than Lucas because Lucas has basically lost his mind and has no money. Like, if Lucas had money, he'd be making more of a hassle for himself. He'd also probably be dead by now. Oh, we can watch this one. Before we watch this one, I just want to say I'm going to go now and... No, I was thinking I'm going to go and get one of the bagels that I made and another cup of coffee. But I'm actually not that hungry or that thirsty, so we shall see. I will ask you guys, though, if you are enjoying it, to like, share, and subscribe. If you are so inclined, to check out the links down below for Twitter, Discord, Twitch, our straw poll, which is still up and will be finished on the 1st. And of course, don't forget we have a stream goal where at $35 dues, if you are so inclined, I break out this bad boy. And no, it is not a vibrator. YouTube would not like that. And the beard goes off. So, man, Google really wants to censor me today. Honestly, I think it is you. Like, you specifically. Does this happen to you on other channels? Like, if you're in Miss Parker's or shit shows or like DP or whatever and you're posting that, like, This is really like light stuff. When talking about Russell Greer going after Dennis Houghton petition to shut down the Bunny Ranch. Oh great, now he can't get his dick wet, then no one can in his eyes. Yeah, like... The weirdest thing was that we briefly saw a thing I could do. Not just here. Well, I've done it on my end, man. You're not being paranoid. This is clearly... You've clearly been, like, shadow listed for something you said or did. Just the algorithm, man. There's not much I can do. Toggle moderation activity. Moderation activity will show. Okay. Type the same... Alright, I tried something. Type the same message. And tell me when you've sent it. If it works, I'll know. That's weird. Did you send it? I've also got some. Oh, this is a new guy. Although he looks like one of my fans. Sent it again. Yeah, there was nothing that popped up saying message held or whatever. I don't know. I don't know, man. Fuck this shit. I don't like that. I don't like having that little control over my channel and then I'll be held responsible. Like, what's stopping them from basically turning around and going, hey, there's some really problematic people on your channel. Wouldn't I be the final say on this? I mean, you have no problem letting extreme right-wing lunatics have a chat full of random comments and shit. Or left-wing lunatics. Like, can't I make that decision? You let them make their decision. Do we have to start using Pepe frogs and shit? Like, no. I'm not happy with this. I am not happy with this. Anyway. Minimize. Paste. Wow. Holy shit. So this is apparently Dennis Ramsay. And, woo! I have only seen snippets of him. I have no idea. He's got more people follow him than I do. Seeking black or white females to date, Kentville, call 9, and he posts his fucking number. Oh no! Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Pizza food review? Kitty. Oh, okay, we gotta watch this guy. That's not even water damage. What the fuck is that? Did he put like a gardening rake through his ceiling? How can you find a ceiling worse than mine?
Kentville's Dennis Ramsay here. Kempful's only famous folk artist, Dennis Ramsay May. Also do fine art paintings, abstract art paintings. I will gladly do your paintings.
Okay. I was thinking we needed to shake it up. This could be the very fucking thing. Because we don't show Kevin Joseph Smith, because he's kind of... Kevin Joseph Smith. The king. Thanks. We don't show him as much anymore. So, we've got... Crackhead Hodor over here. With a highly damaged ceiling. And what looks like at one point a garbage bag that he shoved into the window, but it's torn up in like at least 30% of it, which means that terrifyingly there is more. Jared did a better job than he did. Okay. This is serious business right now. Let's see who else it is.
$1,000 a painting upwards, got it?
1,000.
Is the limit.
1,000.
Ramsey, single white male, 59, is seeking pretty black females or grannies. Must
Hey, he doesn't discriminate, at least when it comes down to age.
be 19 up to 70. Any height, any weight, looks are unimportant. I enjoy watching movies, singing songs, going out, cooking dinner, and much more.
More.
Pretty black females to date of Kempful to minus Wolfel or Colebrook.
What?
Must have a good personality, be down to earth.
Of course.
If you fit that bill, call me 902-365-50.
No. No, don't.
Call me between
Oh, he has a time?
5 p.m. until 11 p.m. Seeking black females to date.
He's kind of doing a Craigslist ad. It's weird.
White females, any race, it don't matter.
Oh, now he's backtracking.
270. Do share and subscribe to Dennis Ramsay YouTube channel. Thank you.
Dennis Ramsay. He has a Pitmonk style voice, doesn't he? But like without the personality. Pitmonk. What's his most popular one? September. This is 5 months ago. Okay. September 8th, 2022. Art share. Pizza review. Is that a frozen pizza? He's just no, okay. Look at his hair. Look how all over the place it gets. Fuck. Dill pickle. The inferior lays, which are already pretty inferior. Yeah.
Lays.
Lays. This guy would be fun to watch drunk.
Pickle chips. I'm gonna rate them between a 1 to 10 on their goodness and flavor.
Goodness.
Do share, do subscribe to me, the Dennis Ramsay YouTube TV.
There's no TV at the end here.
And without further ado,
He's kind of got a fire tuck going on here with his haircut.
very good flavor, tasty.
Oh, where's his trash bag? But there's Trash Mountain over there. Or like a mountain of clothes. Lays. Dennis Ramsay.
Good. The Lay's dill pickle
Lay. I feel it in like my inner ear when he says it. Lays.
chips. I give them a 10 out of 10.
Well, at least he's easily entertained.
Take it, come on.
Yeah.
Lay's make a good potato chip. Dill pickle, a 10 out of 10. Beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Dude. What is that behind them? It's like, oh, is it clothes? Bedding? Like, what the it's just rags. Piles of rags. Rags! I've never seen this guy before beyond thumbnails.
Do share, do subscribe to me.
Oh, I'm definitely subscribing.
YouTube TV. I do paintings, rock and roll songs.
He's not doing the same bit again, is he? Is this how he always ends every episode?
And food reviews like this one. Lay's potato chips, dill pickle. 10 out of 10. Very good. A tasty treat.
Man eats Lay's potato chips.
Come on, have one.
Jesus. Imagine watching this on VR.
Take two. No? Okay.
I want to, but that's not how physics work. It'd be pretty stale too. It's 5 months ago. And they're dill pickles, so I don't like them as a rule. Actually, that's not true. I don't mind pickle. I don't mind pickle flavored foods, but pickles themselves, nah. And I couldn't eat a whole bag like that. I know Lay's are 90% air. I mean, there's a whole meme about it, but Lay's.
Do share, do subscribe to me.
I just did.
Ramsay YouTube TV.
Ramsay. Out of here.
Bye.
He does the Buff Corral thing where we watch him. Those are some pretty good chips. Try Indian snacks. Israel gaming. I'm expecting to see like a really familiar face in the chat at some point of one of his videos. Oh, okay. We saw him eat. We saw one of his dating ones. Let's see his art that he's so proud of. Hubby Dennis Ramsay, Lonely Art, Kentville, Seeking Women, Girlfriend, Call... Oh, God, he's doing it again. Aw, kitty.
Good-looking Tubby the cat.
You know what? I've seen tubbier cats. Bloofer.
Sunny today in Kentville, Canada.
Kentville, Canada. Well, yeah, it's Canada. It's
Share, do
like
subscribe
March.
to Tubby the cat and the Dennis Ramsay YouTube channel. Thank you.
Why is it with this increasing number of middle-aged Canadian guys? Is this what's going to happen to Krendar? Is this what's going to happen to Scott? Are they just going to be posting up like... Krendar's like, yeah, come and see me. Come and see me. I'm the man with the hat. Let's go on an adventure.
Tubby the cat was Eva Loretta Turple's cat too.
What?
Eva loved Tubby the cat.
Okay.
Dennis Ramsay is single.
Dennis Ramsey talks about himself in the third person.
My girlfriend passed away a little over a month ago.
Well, that's really sad.
Dennis Ramsey is seeking pretty girls from Kempful, Wolfville, New Minas, or Colebrook to date.
From Chemical Your Mind is Sir Colebrook today. I am sorry about your girlfriend, though something tells me that even if she... I mean, it's possible he had a girlfriend. Love can bloom even on the battlefield. As Sir Colebrook would know. Actually, the way it kind of looks... Sir Colebrook kind of looks like the cat. Like, that's the name. That's actually a great name for a cat, Sir Colebrook.
Any race.
Any race.
Must be 19 years old, the legal age, up to 70 years old. Thank you very much. I enjoy watching.
Some 71-year-old heiress is like, now I'll never find love.
Movies, singing songs, cooking supper. I enjoy cuddling, having fun.
Reviewing crisps.
Fresh air, have barbecue.
Hell yeah.
And I love Tubby the cat.
Everyone loves Tubby the cat. Look at Tubby.
Keep this film to Eva Loretta Turple at Kempful. Rest in peace.
Okay.
Eva was a fixture in the Kempful town. An icon of Kempful, Eva Turple was.
So you're dedicating a thing, like a video trying to get women interested in you, to your dead girlfriend. Okay. And your cat.
All the bad weather is coming in March.
March.
Kempful. All the snow and cold nights.
Kentville.
So you single ladies can call me 902-365...
Nova Scotia! Grendar's gonna love this dude. He has some sort of war against Nova Scotia. That's actually a cool looking train. It was like the train from Back to the Future 3.
Seeking ladies to have supper with and dinner.
Oh, supper. He's just lonely. But he's got Tubby. He's got Tubby there. Tubby loves him.
Movies or listen to music and have some fun. I live on Canaan Avenue, Kempful.
Oh, dude, don't do that.
Kempful's a nice little town.
Like, pretty soon there's going to be videos out of him being like, all you trolls, leave me alone. You keep sending me things. Aww. That's his girlfriend, apparently. I mean, even if she wasn't his girlfriend, she still died, so, you know. Great art, best in Canada, best art YouTube. Now, we need to see his art. So let's see his art. He's an art... Jesus Christ. People are strange doors. Bit you scum, Gigi Allen. Oh, he does, No, we won't listen to his music yet. Instead, what we'll do is we'll wait until Thursday for that. And then we can have a little bit of a music jam along with Buff. Oh my god, look how many videos he uploads a day! Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my god, this is like fucking Marshall Mathers the Fourth. Oh no. Oh, okay, he's... So he can paint at least, if that is his art. Missed by old people in Kentville. He's doxing her old house. Okay, this is clearly someone who's just like mentally gone. I'm gonna scroll. Why am I scrolling? I'll just go up to the top and like. Oh, that's gone now, isn't it? Remember when you could do that? Do you have any playlists? Of course not. He probably doesn't even remember doing these. He does shorts? Why the hell? Look, there. Let's have a look at this. Saint Art.
The devil made me do it.
Okay.
The devil abstract art. This painting can be yours for $500.
Well, it's probably the only copy of its kind, so you might be getting a steal.
I live in Kentville. If you'd like to buy the devil abstract art painting, call me. 902-3...
Okay. He does love to dox himself, doesn't he?
Kentville folk artist Dennis Ramsey.
Dennis Ramsey. He's got the hair of a folk artist, I'll tell you that much.
Some paintings at $50 a painting, $100 a painting.
Okay, so he starts as low as 50 and goes up to 1,000. Well, at least he's not all, like he's not charging for that. And that is his dirty laundry. It's just piled up. Wait, is he still trying to... How many times was he trying to sell that?
Dennis Ramsey here. Beautiful abstract.
You know what he does. He just uses his fingers for a lot of these. Oh, God. Oh, God. He looks like someone who's going to eat me.
Kentville's handsome folk artist Dennis Ramsey me. Who were you expecting anyhow?
He's right about that. Okay, Dennis Ramsey, you made your point. I subscribe to you. Let's see let's see how deep that rabbit hole goes in the future. But we don't want to be overloaded by the glory that is Dennis Ramsey. Especially when there's other people who are just as, or at least somewhat similar to...
Everyone.
I think I watched this when I was drunk, so I don't quite remember what was on it.
Today's subject is once again nice guys. Men who describe themselves as being nicer or better than other men.
And you know what? I'll let him play while I go off and get my next coffee. We've had Walter on enough. Go and subscribe to Walter. He's very good at what he does. Though he's probably now scratching his head for new stuff now that Lucas is kind of vanishing. So, you know, a new audience would be probably welcome. I, for one, think that he needs to get it. He knows who Jared is. I think he needs to just start showing stuff like Cyrax and Jared and stuff like that. So, I think Russell Greer actually knew who Jared was as well. It's kind of scary. Or intriguing, depending on how you want to look at it.
They do things like give gifts and try to romance their female friends.
What was a good idea?
Let's get started with Nice Guys from Reddit. These posts come to us from Reddit Nice Guy. Every girl is like, I'll never find someone that'll care for me, unlike any other guy. Most guys are a-holes these days. Like, open your eyes. Us guys that you girls are looking for are still around. Some of us are just shy and don't believe we have a chance. Talk to us first, and we'll be your best friends and maybe more. Notice us. This is the same problem that Elliot Rodger had. He didn't turn out to be a very nice guy either. Yes, let's give the probably boring guy a chance. His reluctance to talk to me because of his lack of confidence is so enticing and makes me really interested. Okay, so I don't have the chats anymore because it was so disturbing, but I remember it. When I was about 14, my mom passed away, and a lot of people from my school or village, small community, texted me for condolences. I didn't really want to deal with them, so I copy-pasted a text like, "Thanks for your kind words in this difficult time." An older guy from school started texting over and over again, saying that he's here if I need any help, etc., etc. Never spoke with him before. I was always replying to everyone in the same tone, same kind of message. This nice guy probably thought he was getting a chance with me or something, and I wouldn't blame him for that. I was always putting hearts, etc., but I was never personal, always talking like an automated robot. However, things started to get creepy. One day, exactly 1 week later, I was at my friend's house and I saw those texts. "Hello, I'd wonder if you'd like to go out for a walk with me. I'm outside of your house and I'm waiting. Come out so we can talk and walk." Pic of my house. About 1 hour later, I left because the dogs were barking nonstop. Wow, this is a great situation. She's trying to get over the death of her mother, so obviously she needs some more stress. Might as well add a creepy stalker onto things. And sending someone you don't know a picture of the outside of their house has to be one of the worst ways to proposition them. I tell my friends immediately. Next thing, a few days later, after I find in my phone's case, which was inside my school bag, a love confession letter about how he adores me and how he can make me happy, and he's a good guy and I should give him a chance. I said it to a teacher because I was scared. Next day he follows me everywhere, even in the bathroom, trying to get an answer out of me. The teacher and my friends stood in and stopped him every time. I texted him I'm not in the phase to be flirty and would not like it. He said we should be friends and I will change my mind and blah blah. Yeah, he's like, "I know you don't like being hit on, but I'm just gonna keep doing it and say I'm your friend." What a deal, huh? Thankfully she wasn't having it. I ignored him. A few days later, a classmate informs me that while he was visiting his grandpa's grave, he spotted the creep sitting next to my mom's grave and talking to it. I went absolute nuts. I cursed the shit out of him. He was like, "She's something special to you, and I wanted to feel close to her so that I can understand you more," and shit like that. My gay friend also said he's my boyfriend and that he would beat him up if he ever talks to me again. Never talked with him ever again. At some point I learned that his new girlfriend hates me because I was running after him. This guy does something that insanely creepy and then tells his new girlfriend that she was the one chasing after him. Sounds like a pretty trustworthy guy. Right, you get stalked and you're the one chasing after him. Here's hoping his girlfriend knows that it's okay to run.
Didn't we actually watch this one? Well, I know I did, so I don't actually know if we watched it. I mean, I've been hearing the whole thing on my headphones. I got cream cheese and luncheon meat, which is less appealing. I don't know why I didn't pick up chicken. I had enough money to get some chicken, but no. Oh, I got luncheon meat. Behold, a sad bagel. In New York, it would only cost you $17.
She broke up with him recently because he was openly cheating. Well, okay then. Hey, it's Blank from work. Oh hey, kinda late, what's up? Okay, this will seem super weird, but just hear me out, okay? Okay, lol. Okay, so I know you're seeing that guy. I forget his name, and I know he makes you happy, but I can make you way happy.
Is this the listen here, young lady? If it is, we'll watch it, mouse.
Ever since you've started working here, I've had a massive boner for you, and my heart literally breaks when you're around me.
Boner
It's like
alert.
you'll never be mine and mine alone. I'm a really sweet guy if you just give me a chance to prove my devotion to you. If only there were an HR department. I'd bet your manager would love to see this exchange. Should at least have a boss? The wildest part is, I'm sort of his boss. I don't want to get too specific, but I'm an attorney at a boutique law firm. He's part of the support staff. Man, what the fuck was this guy thinking? He must have at least been wasted or something, right? No, I'm new to this firm and a junior associate. The firm owner is related to this Casanova. I'd think it was Russell Greer if he mentioned being disabled a few times and then tried to sue her. Okay, this will seem super weird, but just hear me out, okay? Your boner is not a compliment. Yeah, that word felt a little out of place and funny. Like Ernest Timmons.
Pick your boobies, I could see. My boobies!
And To Catch a Predator asking for a pic of the decoy's boobies. It absolutely amazes me.
Alright, what's worse? When a grown-ass man says boobies or balloons? Like, melons seem timeless. Rack, regional, but whatever. Boobies sound beyond childish, but so do balloons. So which is worse? I think I'm gonna go with balloons because boobies get a laugh out of me, but when someone says balloons, I'm just there like... What I can think of is those old 1960s sort of like Some Like It Hot parody films where like the guys go in drag. Oh, I mean the indoctrination of our youth into trans thought that's only happened over the past few years.
I see more women on here complaining than men. You're the ones choosing the winners. You have all the power in the dating marketplace. Maybe
They don't have all the power, but there is a slant towards them that's a little bit more fair, but it's counter, as in like on their side. But it's countered by the fact that most women don't feel comfortable going to a guy's house. Most women will fake putting on a smile because they're terrified at any moment the guy's going to go physical. Most women can't live the same sort of life that a man can, aka fucking around without like no one except for like the moral police. Like Andrew Tate doesn't get called a slut. Women do. And when there is, he's like, yeah. But for every one woman who says, like, yeah, they're going to hear boos from the crowd. And it's most likely people like this. Or Russell Greer. When someone who is an adult and single starts talking about balloons, I think they give me a hard street drug and I politely decline. Right? Whoa, man, you see those balloons? Hey, whoa, I've been off the stuff for years now, man. I asked for directions once when I was in New Jersey, and this guy gave me a hard look and said, "You want to buy some weed off me?" No, thank you. I got some coke too. I was already like walking away. Oh god, the best one ever? It was from Instagram. And I got this message from, I don't even know what country he was from. I don't think he was American. But he was like, God, what would you... The way he talked, it sounded like if he was American, he was like a recent immigrant and his English was shit. It was very English, but he was selling hardcore drunks. We're talking about heroin, we're talking about flakka, crocodile, you know, fucking bath salts. And I just said, LOL, no, mate. And that was it. I don't even know why I replied to him. His direct response afterwards was, please help me. I really need to sell some of this stuff. And I'm just there like, oh damn, he's probably in with a lot of money with some bad people. I just blocked him. He's probably dead now, floating up in a fucking river somewhere. You know, maybe learn to be a better salesman there, son, and stay away from those sort of people.
start choosing guys based on more than nice hair and a set of abs and you won't end up meeting jerks. Can't meet anyone? Maybe lower your insane expectations.
I mean, could you imagine showering? Some women want you to shower.
Just a thought. They're also saying choose better guys before that, so have better standards but also lower our standards. Just have standards that fit me and only me, because everyone else is shit. Yeah, that is how it works with these guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had a college-age girl message me on Yik Yak. Like I'm just using the app for fun, not to find a dating partner. She
Mm-hmm.
asked for my Snapchat, so I gave her my Snapchat. All along, she's pushing this forward. She sends me a pic, and I immediately realize she's below my standards, but I don't want to be a dick, so I just keep casually talking. She asks what I look like, and I send her my pic. She's interested, but then she asks my age. I'm 36. She immediately blocks me. Like, what the fuck? I was just being nice talking to you to begin with.
Hold the fuck on. You're on Yik Yak. You respond to a college girl. You're 36. You're there just for fun. She's below your standards. Then, when she gets creeped out that you're on, like, you're saying you're this age, and you're the nice one, talking to you to begin with, like, what the fuck?
Not to find a dating partner. I immediately realize she's below my standards. Which is it? He claims to not be searching for college-age girls to date, yet he's still judging any that talk to him to see if they fit his standards. Why do they need to fit his standards if he isn't trying to date any of these girls that are likely half his age? I am also 36, but I don't even have a Snapchat, let alone whatever Yik Yak is. The
What?
comments seem to indicate it's an app for college-age kids to meet, not people my age.
No.
This next one is really something.
I have a WhatsApp, a Snapchat, an Instagram, Twitter, Discord, Facebook Messenger, and then my dating apps. Out of all them, Twitter, of course, Facebook Messenger for only a few people I know, Instagram very rarely. Yeah, it's got a like there. Oh. Oh, Raisin posted up something. Hi, Raisin. Oh, she got some essential oils. Snapchat, which I haven't used in years properly. WhatsApp, which I use whenever I'm out and about. I usually do use WhatsApp after I've gotten to know to a girl on like Tinder or Plenty of Fish. I'd have no business to be on Yik Yak or anything like that, because if it's geared towards like much younger people, well, I'm 35, so what use would I have being there? I know I look like a creepy old man, but I'm really not. I'm just creepy. But in a completely 18 plus sort of way. And then you have to keep raising those numbers too, because it's legal, don't make it right. Morally, at least. If there is a moral truth out there, it's that, you know, while you're legally able to make decisions at 18, are you really? Like, I think you need to be back in the oven for a little while longer. Just a few more years. Some countries have it much lower. I think we got it a good bit lower.
I am an exemplary man.
Exemplary.
I'm generous. I always was up to lend a helping hand for people in need. I
Land.
have a great hygiene. I go out often and exercise weekly.
This is what that dude we were looking at, the one who was obsessed over Indians not acting Indian enough. This is that.
I have self-confidence. I can admit it when I'm wrong. I was called smart by my family, teachers, and some other people. I care about my body and look decently good. I'm cultured and always expanding it, curious and open-minded. I've done everything I could do right in my life. And as a reward for being a hardworking, model, great man,
Model great man. So he's technically either a male model or he is made out of plastic and he's like a mannequin.
got rejected and replaced, ignored and despised by society. Nice guys do finish last, not because of women's choice or whatever, but because of literal cosmic reasons. The
What?
entire universe walks on its head, and as a result, the people supposedly at the top are stepped on by the rest. It's a Lovecraftian universe we're living in.
He knows what the word Lovecraftian is, but he couldn't fashion a sentence besides.
This guy says that he did everything right in his life that he could have. Who can honestly make that claim? And what a claim when he also brags about basic things like working out weekly and showering. But no, it was obviously the ancient ones who ruined his life. Let's head over to Am I the Asshole real quick to read about someone who already has a relationship and then screws it up. I'm not sure if
Yay.
he's a nice guy, but it is painful to read. Am I the asshole for expecting the bill to be split? Whenever my girlfriend, 25 female, and I, 26 male, go out to eat, we split the bill. We always did that, starting from our first date, as she stated she feels guilty whenever her date pays for her. I liked this agreement, as I'm able to save more money than in most of my previous relationships.
Okay,
It
that's
was her
fair.
birthday a few days ago, and since we've only been dating for 4 months, this is the first birthday we're celebrating together. I asked her a bunch of times, what would she like for her birthday, and she told me not to worry about it. All she wanted is to spend some quality time with me and have dinner and wine at a nice restaurant. So that's exactly what we did. When the waitress asked if we're ready to pay, I told her to bring us 2 bills, as that's what we always do, right? My girlfriend was like, you're kidding, right? And I asked her what's wrong. She told
I would have on that day taken her out. Because I've taken girlfriends out on their birthday before. Bought them gifts as well, like little tiny things or just things I know that they'd like. And I'd pay for the meal and all that. But I'd also be honest, like, you know, sure, I can pay for the meal, but I don't think I can pay for drinks too. I can buy you a drink. I can buy you a drink of your choice. And then it's a nice little way of them going, okay, well, we can grab some wine on the way home. Or, no, I can take care of it from here. I will say, he shouldn't have just assumed, like, yeah, it's her birthday. Like, you do treat her on her birthday. If something came up and you couldn't afford doing any of it, well then, hopefully you're in a close enough relationship at this point that you just tell them, right? Hey, so looks like I won't be able to go ahead with that reservation. Something's come up. It's all right if we rain check it for like a day or two.
told me it was her birthday, so she expected me to pay the whole bill, but I told her that she should have told me this beforehand, because we agreed that we will always split the bill. Also, it's not like she wanted anything for her birthday anyway, just to spend time with me. She said, right, my bad, so I thought that was it. When the bill came, she put down enough money to cover for both of us, then just walked out without even looking at me. I ran after her and saw her heading to her car. She was about to drive away, but I reminded her that she's driving, but she told me to use the money I saved on the food for an Uber. Next day, she drove over to my place with some of my things and told me we're done. I'm confused. I don't like being tested like this.
Tested?
She wanted...
Doesn't sound like a test. It sounds more like she at most took it a little... Unless there's more to this. That seems a little bit much. I'd be like, yeah, so can we talk about this? Maybe bring in some people. Other people. It seems a little extreme.
me to cover the bill, I would have, but she did not tell me. I was just surprised that she's backing out of our agreement like this. I'm pretty sure she wanted to bump me and was looking for any excuse to do it, so now here we are.
Maybe, yeah.
Being tested? She says she wants to go out to dinner with him as a birthday gift, and this guy thinks his presence is so great that she should pay for her own food.
Right.
That's how we always do it. Yeah, but she specifically asked for this for her birthday? Well, whatever. I've gone out of my way to help females who I thought were good friends, for them to turn around and forget I exist. I will never help any of them again. As a matter of fact, I don't think I'll ever go out of my way to help any females in the future either. I just get used and tossed aside because of the real man that I am. Never forget those who do things to help you in your times of need, because the next time you need their help, they may not be there to help you.
Two there.
This is the type of dude who will hold a door open for a woman and get mad when she doesn't offer him sex in return. Fucking wild. I'd like to hear his definition on what makes someone a real man. It might be something that shallow. He's been up to this crap for over a decade, lol. Whine and cry about females. Make far-right political and Christian posts, and nobody ever responds to any of it, lol. Yikes, he must have a whole lot of friends that unfollowed, lol. Yeah, a big chunk of his posts are about how he doesn't have many friends because he's too real, and fake people just can't handle how real he is. When in reality, he's just a walking ball of obnoxious toxic cope who has driven everyone away by being an unrelenting asshole.
Again, this is, this is where, if there was like a non-toxic form of like men's advocacy, like none of this fucking Andrew Tate shit, but actual like, whoa, why are you acting this way? Why are you talking this way? This is fucking stupid. You shouldn't do this. And like, they're paying to basically be saved. Because this is shit. This is like, the most important thing is like, for the guy's point of view, he's miserable. He's doing this to himself. It's that meme of like the conservatives making their own hell and then covering themselves in it, like, eh. Or the kid with the pipe, the stick, putting it in his own axles. Like, he's not happy because he's not willing to change his life. Well, I shouldn't change. Everyone else should change for me. No, no one should change for you. Why should they? You're an asshole!
That sounds like something someone might say if they're not a real man, am I right? Having no friends and no girlfriend, apparently, is just the cost of being real. Well, let's look at one more post and then we'll call it a day. Cats don't care how much money you have. My cat looking at his cheap food I bought. You would think this is a meme that doesn't call for ranting about women, right?
Right.
Think again. No, that's every week. Take her out on a first date, and she'd be expecting a 5-star restaurant. Well, ladies, until you start paying the bill, then you have no right to say where to go. Since you expect the man to pay for everything, then everything is his choice. How does that correlate to the post above?
Gets, like, I guarantee you, he will... he's never done this in real life. He's created. It's when Cobes gets not stone drunk, and then he's like, "Oh, we're this and we're that and trying to do this," and he's never experienced any of this himself. Hell, I had a failed first date last week. I'm fine. It's not all women this. Hell, we were making fun of a bunch of incels. We were naming off incel stories. Like, these people are so sad. Good thing Daddy Andrew Tate is currently in jail and possibly has cancer. There's no way of confirming it yet, and now the guy who runs his Twitter is saying that he doesn't. If he has cancer, then it doesn't make a difference if he goes to jail or not, but he should still stay in jail, so he has both, because he'd just be transferred to a prison hospital, and that's where he'd remain. It still would be the end of his life, one way or another. So.
The cat can't buy anything, and so the human...
Oh, and if I'm a betting man, which I occasionally am, I think his brother is going to buckle. That's what I think is going to happen. I think his brother will take a plea deal and like throw him under the bus. Or the reverse will happen and Andrew will do it to him.
Human has to buy it, and since the cat does nothing but cost the human money, the cat has to be satisfied with whatever the human can get. Hell, even a dog would enjoy some beef patties, and even then they are not worth $100 each. Dogs will eat anything meaty. Yeah, too bad women won't eat beef patties off the floor when I offer it, right? I thought Michelin stars only go to 3, but I'm not exactly an expert either. Anyway, it's about all the time I have for you today. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Alright, that's enough out of Walter. Let's have a gander. Oh! Telling how it is with King Cobra. Thank you, Boglin. I saw a video of himself a few days ago trying to choke himself out. Like he's a sad boy. Like I said, I don't have depression. I have depressive bouts. He is just always depressed, just levels of depressed. He's not a high-functioning alcoholic, he's a high-functioning depressive.
It's gonna be a quiet, very quiet rant. No vocal covers, no vocal covers.
No vocal covers.
It is International Women's Month, so I'm going to do a
Looks like an old brew. And it does. Mine looks like a shrub. Like a big fucking... Actually, I look like I've got Treebeard's beard. Enjoy it while you can, guys. One way or another, it's going. But it can go tonight if you can. Reach the goal. $35. The beard is gone. Otherwise, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to be here for some time yet. As at the very least, I'll give you a 6-hour stream, and it is currently 2.5. So, we're getting there.
quick gender relations rant.
Oh, good. What he's a master on.
Now, Cool Taste invited me out to hang out with him at Frosty's, but I politely declined because of all the
You're banned. Yeah, he is. Apparently, like, Hobbs was invited out by Jeff Holiday to, like, come out to Seattle and Portland, and he wouldn't do it. He was going to meet up with Billy and Ben, and they were just going to have a good time, but all on their dime for the most part, I imagine. Maybe not Jeff's. But he said that he was too busy. He was getting a free trip across the Pacific Northwest, and he was like, he was too busy for it. What the fuck were you doing? You know? You were sitting on, you had very important sitting on your sofa and crying while getting drunk on stream business.
shit he's been talking.
Hey Cobra, you wanna go out to Frosty's tonight? I'll pay, I'll buy you drinks, and I'll even meet you there. Fuck, I'll even send you a cab.
Whoa.
Plus, how do I know that the trolls aren't trying to ambush me at Frosty's?
Oh, he's so paranoid.
Haters. Oh, hey man, friends kind of thing, you know. Do I look stupid, YouTube? And even if that wasn't Cool Taste intentions, you know, as soon as they would have found out me and Cool Taste were at Frosty's, they would have immediately tried as hard as they could to get us kicked out. And that's not fair to Frosty's. They shouldn't have to put up with that. I do like going to...
They don't have to put up with you. You're the problem in Frosties. Okay? You're like a cloud of flies that come in. You know? And then people are like, oh god, this cloud of flies is everywhere. We don't want to be anywhere near it. And then everyone gets angry. And then afterwards he's like, oh, people were making so much noise about the cloud of flies. Yeah, they were. Maybe the cloud of flies shouldn't have been there.
Frosties. And the reason why I quit going there is because...
Cloud of Flies would make a great band name.
Because of the incident that happened 2 Halloweens ago. So if they can't ban the trolls from going to Frosties, they can at least ban the asshole that they're harassing, and that just seems to be their way of dealing with it.
Which is the correct way.
From his perspective, I totally get it.
Yeah.
But from my perspective, it's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Because I don't gotta harass the trolls in real life. My trolls go broadcast.
Is that Chantel? That's their thumb. Yeah.
Saying they're live from such and such bar, and they're like, oh yeah, fuck King Cobra JFS, and they're making a night out of it. Immediately, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you know what? I want to start harassing the bar they're at. Get them kicked out of it, see how they like it. The only one living a sadder life than me and Cool Taste are my YouTube trolls. Because you gotta think, my YouTube
It's actually not impossible to like call up my pub when I'm there. No one's ever done it. It's not because they're scared, it's because I'm not worth it. Because I don't say and do stupid shit like you do.
trolls don't give a shit how fucking messed up Cool Taste life is. They don't care what kind of problems Cool Taste has. To them, that just makes it that much funnier.
Nice.
Like, okay, so Cobra's friends with this blind guy. And, yeah, we really fucking messed up if we got them to fight each other on YouTube.
Damn! One of my fucking tweets is blown up. I'm a special boy. I'm very, very special.
And I'm like, Cool Taste, bro. Like I said, man, if you're genuine...
Why did I say that? Why did I say it just like that? I should have been like yay, I'm special. Instead, I did it all the... Oh, no. No. I was channeling my inner Cobes. Yeah, I was channeling my inner Cobes.
I appreciate it, but it's going to take more than that.
I mean, technically I am.
And on top of that, if you're starting to wake the fuck up and realize that my trolls are only watching your videos because you dog on me, maybe you had a change of heart and you're like, you know what, friendship's more important than...
At least Cool Taste doesn't drink ranch and Taco Bell sauce mixed with beer. It's true. He drinks the most vile concoctions. He has no more taste buds whatsoever. It's oh god, I remember reading a book about Henry VIII near the end of his life when he was like morbidly obese. He would just get piles of like little pies, meat pies, and just put them into like custard and just be like bleh. He's like the fat fuck who drank all the deep fry grease. You saw that, I don't know if it's a meme picture or like an actual police case, but he like broke into a McDonald's that was closed and just lit up the fryers with all the excess grease in it and just went like wah, wah, wah.
The views you get on YouTube.
It's not even out of enjoyment anymore.
We're both struggling with our own...
You do not have... Who says that you have schizophrenia? You won't go and get checked out. You've got depression. You probably even have a bit of PTSD, but you don't have schizophrenia. Fuck off with that.
It doesn't make us any less or any greater than one another. To be honest, there's no such thing as a king of Casper. That's so fucking stupid. It's beyond fucking stupid. You want to talk about having...
You're an alcoholic and get alcoholic-induced psychosis. Yeah. Like, if he gets any worse, he will become just outright suicidal. And because he's so alone, no one will stop him. The chat... Well, the chat will pay him to do it. Like, it's gonna end so badly for him.
Balls, I'm not even crying about it. Like, I have the chat on and just sitting here telling it like it is. People are taking Cool Taste, who has more problems than I do, just to fuck with me. It's all a Hail Mary desperate attempt to get Cobra to talk about it. It's because my trolls have a really sad, unhealthy obsession with me. I'm not going to respond to Cool Taste bullshit anymore. But be careful who you help out on YouTube, because people are just in it for the fame, and it's disgusting. You got a problem with my mustache? That's not my problem, dude. That's your problem.
It looks like a dirty Sanchez from out here.
It's their problem.
Damn.
Having a girlfriend or having a Japanese toilet or something you don't have. It's all meant to seem...
Where did the toilets come from?
Sometimes
I am honored to accept your waste.
Sometimes all you got's a pocket pussy, you know, and sometimes that's all you need. It gets you through, doesn't it? You know.
If Russell Greer can get fucking laid in a brothel, you can. Okay? Just do it. Your life will be sucked, but at least then you won't say, well, I've had a dry spell. Instead, you'd be like, no, I'm fine for sex for a while. I gotta just last day, week, month, year, decade.
You're waiting patient like every other single miserable asshole out there.
No.
Like, Cobra, you better not go live. I'm like, dude, I'll go live when I fucking want to. Doesn't matter when I go live. I'm still gonna be I'm still gonna be more famous than the trolls.
He's so obsessed with his trolls. His trolls are not like this amorphous blob that have. What is it with me saying like the people that these people are freaking out about aren't amorphous blobs? Like they always put a face. All these people that we look at always put a face on the people who they don't like. It's like humanity needs to have like an avatar to hate against. You know, if we were still being hunted by wolves, it would be just this one gigantic wolf that was like the spirit of all wolves.
Drinking on my newest drink combo, which I'm not disclosing what it is because you're not a subscriber to my Patreon.
Oh no! Also, he's probably getting tired of people mocking his terrible drink choices, so...
Oh. All the trolls who want to call me a hot mess are just jealous because nobody tunes in to watch their boring drink combos. And nobody gives a fuck when my trolls drink too much. For like every 2 assholes that's super obsessed with bullying me, there's like 4 people who are obsessed with my videos and defending me, so...
Defending you? No. No, sweetie. Sweetie, it's like watching like watching the Titanic sink. It's both haunting and majestic. Despite of all, the spirit of all wolves sound like a cool plot device for a fantasy story. Yeah, I don't know. Endless winter has come to the land. The priests say life is unbalanced, and we must seek the spirit of the guardians of the woods. The deer, the hawk, the bear, and the most elusive of all, the wolves. But why would the wolves trust us? For we are the ones who drove them to the point of extinction. And then, I don't know, it turns out to be an MMO gotcha game with a bunch of underage lolly girls. Because we can't have nice things.
I got more fucking fans than I do trolls. And your jealousy just makes it that much more obvious at my YouTube trolls. And I'm like, okay, you're willing to pin Cool Taste against one of his supposed friends because you're jealous that Cobra doesn't care if his friends are blind or if they're senior citizens. As long as you ain't a sicko.
Angie isn't your friend. Yeah, Angie's not your friend. I wish Angie would just come on and just, instead of saying like to the trolls, leave him alone, she just railed into him. And every time he tried to pass the blame off to one of his trolls, like, no, there's no trolls. It's just you. It's just you. You're the problem. You and your enabling piece of shit dad, who should have stopped paying you years ago. But she just fucking rails and rails and rails and hangs up. And because he'd actually record that whole conversation. Because in his mind, he was thinking, oh, she's going to defend me and then say that she really likes me.
I don't give a shit. That's pretty basic. And the trolls calling me that sicko shit are just fucking...
Sickos.
Like Cobra's sitting there going, what's my next drink combo? And I'm like, you know what? I got Patreon videos. And Cobra's drink combos are legendary on YouTube.
Not for the way that you think.
So you're gonna have to subscribe to my Patreon to see this here drink combo, folks. When I say it's an exclusive drink combo for Patreon, all my Patreon subscribers know what's up. You'll see me drinking it, but you're not gonna see me showcasing it on YouTube.
Then why are you drinking it on?
Not
The only
gonna
thing.
drink here in a second.
Only thing is, it's going through you.
You want to attract the ladies? Check out Tactical Soap. Coupon.
Alternative: don't get tactical soap. Shower normally. Wear clothes that have been washed. Listen to them. Be funny. Be friendly but not creepy. Fuck sickos. Totally Tubular knows what's up.
Code King Cobra. I get you 15% off.
Oh, there was a bit of the scam so bad. Look, I still have the box of the Durden over here, okay? The shit did not get me laid. And, this is important, it only lasted 8 washes. What the flying pineapple infused fuck? Or in this case it was what was it? It was like sandalwood, I think it was. Soap is formulated with a bioidentical pheromone blend designed to enhance alpha male attitudes women love and men respect. Who has the most fun wins. I like that saying in a different context. Yeah, well, it was cedarwood. Oh, if you motherfuckers hadn't bought that for me on stream, I would have never, ever done it.
Waiting patiently, being a gentleman, and smelling irresistible for the ladies is where it's at.
Is it?
Of-age women that I encounter in my daily life like the way I smell, so...
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, name one.
I don't have to get laid to know that the soap
Name
works.
one.
I can recognize when I'm feeling good. I want to cut down on my alcohol and...
Name one.
Like, well, you get drunk quicker when you cut down on it, and it makes the alcohol last longer. And the biggest bonus...
You haven't cut down. He's gotten worse since his arrest.
I'm worried about Cobra and his drinking. But he has some of this alcohol on camera. Oh, jeez.
He tried to strangle himself a few streams ago.
4-drink limit. I am actually cutting down on my drinking, believe it or not.
No, not. I believe not.
5 o'clock, I've had like 4 to 5 drinks, and I feel good. I don't have to drink the whole thing to prove anything to anyone.
A drink was that mason jar. Yeah.
You know, you drink to get a buzz or minus a little bit of a buzz, you know, kind of thing. And it's like, I'm Gucci, man. Learning how to drink more responsibly. Yeah. It's the 3rd of March. Let's go. It's also my birthday month.
And the Who's in Who'sville said, whose is Cobb's who? Oobalale, say no to sickles, honey.
That's what's up. I'll be 32 this month.
I hate that he is. Oh, I hate that he's so much younger than me. Look at him. Or not so much, but enough.
Big deal.
Why'd you bring it up?
It's Women's History Month is more important.
Oh, he's so buttered about it. Yeah, and there was a Black History Month too. That wasn't Cobb's month either. And there are days dedicated to Jesus, Valentine's, Jesus again if you count Easter, America. None of those are Cobb's days.
I'm a white, straight, heterosexual, cisgendered male who is attracted to of-age women that are alive non-related, consenting humans. Straightforward, yes. Fuck sickos.
It just keeps going and going and going.
Kind of thing. I haven't had sex in 6 years. Fuck you. I refuse to become a sicko. I would sacrifice the rest of my life without sex.
No one's forcing you. Why did you bring it up? I wish there was someone in his life who would just stop him in these rants and go, why did you think that? Why did you say that? That's stupid. Why did you do that? But you know what would happen? If there were people like that, he would block them. He'd leave them alone. Believe it or not, this is about as probably happy as he could possibly be.
To end sickos. And the fact that my trolls spend all day, every day, calling me a sicko when I'm not. Trying to get me to
No.
fight with Cool Taste, who's got more problems than I do. It's seriously fucking disgusting. And I told Cool Taste, bro, I don't want to have any issues with you, man. My trolls are just using you as a pawn. Y'all gonna have fun YouTube pooping this video. I don't give a fuck, because people watch the real King Cobra.
Bro is looking like Wilfred Brimley. Yeah, he's considering his food intake, which we gotta look at one of his recipes now. I haven't checked one of his recipes in a while, and I think he's posted a few out. But I mean, he has to have diabetes, or he's on the cusp it. With the alcohol and the crazy ass food intake that he has. I mean, I don't eat that much sugar. This is like probably as much sugar as I have on a normal basis. Slightly lighter coffees. God, I need to put this in the wash and use a different coffee cup. I'm actually going to do that for the next.
They know what's up.
Oh, I know Tony Del Cueva.
Fuck sickos, dude. It's like, hey, Cool Taste, not trying to brag, bud, but I got like 360 views and 65 likes.
More than I did.
But King Cobra's not going anywhere, dude.
Unless you guys help out.
Fuck the trolls. Because that booze goes right through you, dude. The drink combo I made for Patreon is a boozy drink combo, but it's only exclusive for Patreon. Because there's only like 8 or 9 people who are active on my Patreon at the moment. Like, I had no idea Cool Taste's mom was an alcoholic. He was like, well, we never hang out, and my mom's an alcoholic. That's why I don't hang out with you. And it's just like, yeah, but then you sit there and bring over beer to drink with me, so how does that work?
Cool Taste, he's blind. Oh no! He could just be lying to you because he doesn't want to be around you.
Bud. And furthermore, I don't judge your mom for being an alcoholic, dude. I have alcoholics in my family.
Do you?
Or people who used to be alcoholics and who recovered. So, Cool Taste, I'm the last motherfucker to judge you. Cool Taste can fuck off. I've done nothing but trying to be nice to him.
Bogaholics.
Bogaholic? Yeah, that describes my YouTube trolls perfectly, to be honest.
That's not what they said. Again, I wish there was someone there going like, that's not what they said. Why did you say that? You know, very condescending, almost like a child, you know? I'd want him to, Okay, I just swiped with a woman. I'm on Tinder right now. In the biggest irony, I'm on Tinder right now while he's doing this. I just swiped with a woman who, she be tall. She be really fucking tall. Fingers crossed for the women's basketball player. Holy shit. I just was like, yeah, whoa, damn, yep.
All the fucking hate comments, I'm just ignoring it. In chat, just ignoring it and doing my thing. Keeping channel open for my fans, because I'm not scared of my trolls. Y'all are a bunch of cowardly fucking retards who have no lives.
He sounds like... He's starting to sound like Roger from American Dad. Who, by the way, should do a Cobes. There should be a Roger. Because Roger drinks large quantities of alcohol and is delusional. So he should just dress up as Cobes at one point.
Catch you later.
Catch it. That's what's up. Tubes. Perfect. Wait, local YouTuber attacks? No, this one I'll keep for Thursday. Get rid of this. Oh, damn, there's a lot here that I still have to get rid of. Yeah, I've got stuff here that's only 3 weeks old. So, yeah.
It's your boy King Cobra. We're back at it with another video. We are making spaghetti and meatballs. But these meatballs, these ain't gonna be any old ordinary meatballs. No, YouTube. These meatballs are going to be stuffed with mozzarella cheese and baked with a Doritos crust and wrapped in bacon.
Alright, I love the energy here. And proudly produced in the USA. Not just product of the USA. Proudly produced by our good friends at Farmland. Staring into the void that are his nostrils is strangely mesmerizing. Like, do you think at some point he's, like, on the rare times he's talking to a person face to face, do you think that, like, the screen, like, starts appearing over their face? Like, it just starts flickering and he's like, oh, alright, no, I'm in the real world. Believe it or not, this would have promise, what he's just said, but it is normal for you. That's the thing, though. This would be normal for you. Right.
Last time I tried doing this, I didn't put Doritos or flour on the meatballs, and the cheese oozed out the side. It was a disaster. So for our bacon, we're gonna take some of our Country Crock Original. Yeah, I'm gonna big old dollop of that in there.
He uses like some of the most generic shit. I've been to America enough to know that that's some basic bitch. Over here, we're so lucky. We can get like, our basic bitch would be like, obviously you can get Tesco brand stuff and all that shit, but our basic bitch would be like Kerrygold. And then you get stuff from like a local farm around here. That would just be like so much better. Of course, I don't really use butter all that much anymore. As of late, like as of today, I've been eating obviously cream cheese bagels, but I haven't used cream cheese either in the longest time. Philadelphia.
Sprinkle of that in there. Beautiful. And on top of that garlic powder, we're going to hit it with some Bud Lights. This cooking video, I am cooking with alcohol, so that is just
Really?
restricted. Put on the fan here. There we go. That's enough for that goodness. I did ask Siri on how to do this, so I went and did a little bit of research before we started the recipe here. So into our garlic.
Okay, but here's the thing. You could have then just like, but you normally create your own things from scratch. So this is you actually listening to another recipe. This could almost be edible. Holy shit.
Powder, garlic seasoning, beer,
Garlic butter, okay.
butter spread. We're just gonna plop that fucking bacon into there.
He said plop, which is not a good thing, but still.
Oh, look at that sexy mother.
Sexy mother.
Start flipping it. YouTube. Right now I'm getting the bacon prepped for our bacon wrapped meatballs. I looked it up on Siri on how to do it, so yeah, I'll catch you in a minute. We got 6 eggs in the bowl right there. We're gonna stir them around. Hit those eggs with a little bit of that Bud Light action. A little bit of Bud Light for the eggs, just a little bit.
I looked up from my phone and I'm like, something tingled in my ear and it was the sound of liquid. And I'm like, that's gotta be a disappointing liquid, isn't it? And it's Bud Light, so yeah.
We got it all poured in there. We're gonna stir it around. In our bigger bowl, we're gonna add flour and Doritos crumbs. Gonna stir the eggs and the beer and the garlic salts all around.
Why the beer? Seriously, like the beer is just gonna burn away as he cooks. It's already a light beer. He's not making. Is he making beer batter? Like,
Flour.
well, maybe.
What's up, tubes? Yeah, I was gonna use the 1 cup measurement, but it don't want to fit in there.
Just flomp it all in.
Put a little bit of that flour in there. All-purpose flour. There we go. So we got some nacho cheese Doritos. Now, if you have like a food processor to make this, it'd be a lot quicker. Just throw a bunch of Doritos in your food processor. Yeah, and look at that. The flour's got like a nice orange tint to it. That's what we're looking for. I don't know. I like rolling meatballs by hand.
Oh, wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your.
Same with balls. I've got big meatballs. That's fancy big meatballs.
Fancy balls.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 9 big old meatballs. Right there from Luke Crane. Luke Crane's a good company. They make some pretty awesome dairy products.
I was about to say he didn't just think he didn't just misspell like pronounce Ukraine, did he? Good old Luke Crane.
That's a big old block of fucking cheese, dude. You know, what you want to do is just peel that meatball in half. Stick that in there like that. Put the meatball and peel it in half.
4 cubes, but cheese. Ah,
Make some room for that one.
at least just slice it off, you know?
This meatball's a little bit smaller.
Oh yeah, yeah, you wouldn't be a big fan of this, would you?
Yeah, don't eat food while you're handling raw meat. That was super, super no-no.
Yeah.
Bitch. Then we got our fucking Doritos.
At least he was smart enough to admit it.
And hopefully this will help the cheese from oozing out the side. And if it does a little bit, that's just fine.
Ooze.
Got some Dorito bacon.
You know me and my ooze tubes.
Is ridiculous, YouTube. What do you guys think? Not as glamorous as I thought it was going to turn out, but I digress. Okay, they're the meatballs.
Balls.
Yeah. We're not done with them just yet, though. I've never tried to attempt these before, so they look like shit. I apologize. Fuck off.
What?
Oh, fucking hell, the bacon doesn't want to stay wrapped around it.
So scream at the bacon more.
It just gets better and better, YouTube. Oh, the joy.
Whole brick of mozzarella.
But now these meatballs are wrapped in bacon. So,
I've got a small sheet of a cheddar in there. I don't think I'm just gonna eat it.
hopefully the cheese in the middle don't leak out the sides. We shall pray. Yeah. Go and stick these in the oven. There they are in the oven. Bacon wrapped Dorito meatballs stuffed with mozzarella cheese. Going in, YouTube.
His voice sounds a bit different. What it do indeed.
Shit, those meatballs are done, son.
They look like cookie dough.
I had those in the oven for like 45 minutes to an hour, and they are fully cooked. The big old loaf here. It's already baked, but we're gonna toast it in the oven. But this time around, they
Not the microwave.
better, in my opinion. So I am getting better at cooking. Now, cooking is really a labor of love, YouTube. If you
I'm getting better at cooking. It cuts to that scene from The Simpsons. I passed the first test. I didn't go blind.
It's the weekend and my fans are hungry for content. And it's nothing too fancy, but it's like, man, if you're gonna have spaghetti and meatballs, you gotta have some garlic toast to go with it.
Why?
We have our,
That was never something I really thought about. Butter.
add some seasoning to it.
Whoa, he kind of like just destroyed that bread as well. I had a batch loaf a few days ago, and it wasn't easy to cut, but it looked better.
Take that mozzarella cheese and we're gonna put it on top.
Mozzarella.
Bread. Middle rack again, and there you go, just like that. All right, let that bread toast up, and we'll let these delicious bastards cool off. Look at that garlic bread. That cheese got a little, yeah, look at that garlic bread. Look at those meatballs. Oh yeah. We're gonna start off with our extra virgin olive oil. Bottom pan of that.
I can relate, tubes.
Original butter spread. Alright.
I love that fluorescent light buzz.
Our next ingredient is Apothic Red.
Apothic?
A rich and smooth red wine.
Oh, yeah, I've had that wine. Not a big fan of red wine, but I've had that.
Pour a splash of that in there.
It's good as a cooking supply, I suppose. I like rosé.
Good wine.
Good wine.
Throw in the rest of our beer.
Ah, yes. Beer. Goes great with wine.
Tomato sauce right there. Garlic and herb. We'll be mixing it with some of this. And of course, some of the Apothic. But that comes after the noodles are al dente. What up, YouTube? So those noodles are ready to drain. Let's get it. that. Cobra learned how to use a can opener. Ho ho ho!
Dude, that no one ever was shocked if you learned how to use a can opener. We were more shocked if you could use a tripod. These things, they're not mystical. Look. Ooh. Ooh, tripod. Tripod. Oh. When I ate those Cheetos noodle things, I used a tripod. It wasn't that complicated. In fact, it was the opposite of complicated. Drawer open. Well, we can't have that.
God damn it, I'm spilling sauce all over the fucking stove. This is why.
Oh yeah, you're normally so cleanly.
Too much pasta. I'll be eating spaghetti for the next couple of days, and that's just alright.
Toot, toot, goes Cobes, shoot.
Real crumbled bacon bits from Hormel.
Hormel.
Don't want this in there, keep that out.
Damn, we're already at 3 hours.
You want to take your bacon bits, stir it around the spaghetti.
Look at. Oh, are you sure about adding ingredients? I think it'll just cave in through the stove. It's so heavy. It looks like a fucking tropical island you're coming close to. Like, just replace all this with like water. One of those volcanoes you make for science class that bubbles up with like vinegar and baking soda.
To it and we'll let simmer.
It doesn't need to be even. I can't feel food anyway. Oh,
Dash of that fucking
got some.
powder. Some more of that red wine on top.
You know what? I'm not going to drink on Wednesday, but I've realized what I want to do. For years, I've wanted to create the Godfather sauce, and I have every ingredient but red wine. So I'm just going to get a small little snifter of red wine, pour it in, get some really nice sausages, big snozsages, and get some nice fresh rolls with them, and have them with like, I don't know, something in the reduced style, most likely. Beckett. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So I will be technically buying drink, but I won't be drinking out of it.
Ingredient.
No, you gotta get more Bud Light to throw in.
Mozzarella cheese.
Mozzarella.
We're gonna stir it around. Before we do that, I want to drain it real quick.
Bet you know a few things about draining.
In there. Blah. Fucking retard. Red wine.
See? He can say it. He can say it just fine. Sorry, I was just looking at the analytics here real quick. What?
Ah, fuck. It's late and I've been cooking all night.
You've been probably drinking.
So I'm gonna drain some of that red wine out. Okay, it doesn't want to drain out. Well, that's just fabulous.
Noise.
So let that simmer for a couple.
The next day.
What is up, fellow YouTubers? So I have a little bit of this apostate.
I very much don't appreciate this. Though, for some reason I could imagine Shoe on Head having this in her room somewhere.
Red wine.
Red wine.
The spaghetti and meatballs that I made
Yesterday.
Last night I was up till like 2 o'clock in the morning making it. So I turned off the stove once it got done simmering, and before going to bed, and then I reheated it on the stove, the spaghetti anyways. Yeah, dude, it's seriously fucking good. I'm not gonna stunt with you, YouTube. Like,
Oh good, I was scared he stumped me.
Spaghetti is next level dynamite. Let's go. Okay, so I already had one of the meatballs that was sitting right there. I ate it.
Eat it.
Oh, excuse me. The spaghetti is so tasty.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feed that slop to my dog.
I don't know. It's just the way you eat, man. It's so bad. Like what I imagine an orc would eat like, you know? Meat's back on the menu, boys. He'd fit in disturbingly well in that scene. If only I could figure out how to do like screen edits. I'd put him into that scene where they're all ripping apart that one orc to eat him.
Well, first of all, dick fuck.
Yeah?
This pasta has garlic in it, so you shouldn't feed it to your dog. Second of all, no one's forcing you to fucking watch, dude. You feel me on that? So yeah, the spaghetti and meatballs is simply decadence, YouTube. I'll try a bite of that garlic bread. I've already been munching out on it a little bit. And these meatballs are literally Doritos baked, bacon wrapped, mozzarella cheese stuffed meatballs. I'm eating good in this couple of days.
They'll be farting for weeks. An endless... What the fuck is that monstrosity? We simply call it the mound. Ugh.
See the cheese right there at the bottom?
Yeah.
Oh, I like the way that turned out. It's so good, YouTube.
Like many of his dishes, it'll look the same either way. Got a lot of choices here. Let's try this one. No more cobes. We are cobes out.
This housefly also called for the microlip attachment, but it too got scared and flew away. How about a spider? Come here.
What the fuck is this?
I started getting a little depressed that none of these bugs wanted to kiss me back, but I persevered.
Kiss
Tried
you.
this worm next.
What the fuck?
That was great. 5 lips out of 5 again. I also looked for a cockroach in my garage, and frankly, I was a little relieved that I didn't find one. What other bugs should I kiss? Let me
What the fuck?
know if you want to see more from the field guide.
No. 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 I'm okay. Nature, you scary. Try to capture... I knew it would be starting off loud. Try to catch a leopard, bring it to safety, but escapes and attacks the men. Attacks one of the men, but it's on of the men. Oh, damn! Hey, John? Look at the dog! I am helping! Whoa. I mean, the dab thing's freaking the fuck out. Makes sense. But, yeah, I mean... Look at it, it went straight for his arm. If it went for his neck, it could have punctured right through. Yeah. Those things are not pets. They are kind of the opposite of pets. They're kind of wild animals. They are wild animals. So what, pray tell, is this? Whoa! Does it have to be vajazzled though? That's the only thing. Because I'd kind of want one that has Reptar from Rugrats on the side of it. What? What? Now all you need to do is know how to fucking use it. Though, if you're smart, you wouldn't do it when no one's looking right next to the person you want to fall to the ground after it hits them. Let's charitably say in the stomach. Now this is interesting. This is kind of a Karen-esque. We should also have some Karens to look at on Thursday. Family of tourists in St. Lucia flip out on a hotel staff member at the newly opened Royalton Hotel. Okay. When the elevator gets stuck with one of their family members inside it. A grown-ass man that was stuck for only 10 minutes. Oh, I have a feeling this is going to be very understandable and even sympathetic.
The elevator gets stuck. I'm recording this and I'm posting this. She's just standing there. And he's just standing there. Come on, bust it open. It's being recorded too. See, he's just standing there watching us. This is he works for the Royalton, just to let you know. This is how we have to do it. Because who cares? Who cares? They're not doing nothing. Look at this. Look, he's just standing there. Go.
Be careful, people. People, be careful. Maintenance is coming. You might hurt them when you do this. They're up.
They're gonna fuck up that damn elevator. And they're gonna have to pay for that damn elevator. Like, even if he was claustrophobic, it would only be 10 or so minutes. And if he's claustrophobic, why the fuck did he take the elevator? I know people who are terrified of elevators who are I know people who are terrified of flying. They have to, like, take a pill.
Wait, be careful. Maintenance are coming.
Now look at these guys. They do kind of look very douchey. Like, this is...
They're right here. Yeah, they are there. Right. Yeah. Where they are, but maintenance will be able to open it. Yeah, they should be able.
Well, so where are they? Go, do it. Do it.
No. They're right there. They're right there. I just broke this fucking door, pussies. What?
Broke this door, pussies! Any chance these motherfuckers are from New Jersey? Oh. to jail! Oh my god, people are crying, people are bitching. These guys are as soft as a bag of combos. Oh, true. What a bunch. As a child, I was in Florida, in Treasure Island, the hotel there. And the elevator broke down and we were stuck there. There was like 8 of us. We were stuck in it for like 20 minutes. We didn't lose our shit. Like, and now they have to go and like explain to, like, when the police comes, you know they're going to be taken away, right? Blah. I'm seeing a lot of stuff here that we've seen in the past. Oh my god, I have a lot of stuff to go through. Absolute nightmare. Oh, now this is worthy of claustrophobia. He's in a grain silo. I don't even know why he's in the grain silo. No, the grain bin.
Every time I fucking move, more corn goes to the goddamn fucking hole.
Oh god. Being killed by corn. That's how a real American dies.
It's like a fucking avalanche. Oh, fuck. God damn it. This is shit out of nightmares.
Yep. Now that would be something worthy of freaking the fuck out. Not a fucking, oh, I'm stuck in an elevator for 10 minutes, even though there's entire, like, procedures about it. No, he's like, if no one knows he's in there, they could put more corn in and he'd be either suffocated or crushed alive. Okay, that was here. Does it say what happened to him? Okay, well I can't really show that, but that's funny. Delete. Ooh, is this what I think it is? Yeah! This is Tasting History with Max Miller, the very bougie but very nice dude who does a lot of historical based food. Not to be confused with Townsend, who does all like pioneer and frontier foods. Though the two can overlap.
Hi everyone. For the last few days I have been in Morocco. I was brought out here by Wanderlust Voyages on a food and history tour. I'm actually here with my parents traveling, and I hadn't planned on actually making a video while I was here, but we have a really exciting experience that we're going to be enjoying today, and I figured I would put it on camera and share it with you. In about an hour I'm going to be leaving Kasbah Mohayut, which is the riad that we've been staying, and it's right here on the edge of the dunes in the Sahara.
Damn.
We're actually going to be taking camels.
I've been in the Sahara around Egypt and stuff like that, and Tunisia. But I never got as far west as Morocco. I should go to Morocco. I'm not a fan of Islamic countries, but Morocco is pretty progressive as far as Islamic countries go. And like the architecture is beautiful, the history is fascinating, and the food is amazing. And if I want to drink, I can always just get drunk in the hotel. I'm almost certainly drinking in a hotel.
Deep into the dunes to make medfuna, or tabadirt, of the Berber people who were the original inhabitants of Morocco. So I'm really excited, and I can't wait to bring you along with me. Nomadic medfuna, Berber pizza, this time on Tasting History.
Whap!
So the wind in the desert was really strong and ruined all of my audio, so I am re-recording all of the audio to this in Marrakesh, where I'm
And I bet he got a lot of sand in places.
staying at La Sultana Hotel, which is fantastic, absolutely luxe. I am staying in the Pelican Room.
I did say he's bougie.
Fantastic. Anyway, this dish, tabadirt, not only is it delicious, but the people who make it, the Berbers of northern Africa, who call themselves Amazigh, are some of the kindest, most welcoming people I think I've ever met. Plus, our driver, Hamid, is a Berber, so not only has he been able to get us to the desert and safely through a snowstorm in the Atlas Mountains, but he's also been able to teach us the history, the culture, and something about the food of the Berber people. He even invited us to his family's house, so we got to watch his mother make couscous and try it with them. It was really delightful. Now, couscous is...
I love couscous, but it is very... It's very... You gotta know how to do it to make it really come alive. Otherwise, it'll either be clumpy or it'll be bland.
Not only a Berber dish, it is a Moroccan dish in general, and I will be making that in the future, but for today, it is tabadirt, which is the Berber word for what is often called now Berber pizza, though it's more of a calzone because it is stuffed. It's also called medfuna, which is the Arabic word, and that's usually how you'll see it today around most of the country, and it comes from the word that means to bury. Because that is originally how it was made, buried under coals in a pit in the sand out in the Sahara. Though today it's usually made in an oven because there aren't that many nomads left going across the deserts, but there are still some, and they do make it in this traditional way. And so I am really fortunate that Paradis du Sahara and Wanderlust Voyages, who sponsored me coming to Morocco and basically sponsored this video as well, were able to find people who could still make it in this manner so I could watch it done.
For some reason...
See, Megan Lauer from Wanderlust Voyages...
For some reason, I absolutely like... There's nothing nicer when you're out in that part of the world than the flatbreads that they make. And I've noticed that in every every Islamic Mediterranean country. In fact, in every Mediterranean country I've ever been to, I think the heat takes away most of your appetite, but you still get hungry. So you end up wanting some, instead of like the really fluffy bread or the really thick breads that we're used to here, like instead of just like Wonder Bread or like a good piece of brown bread or black bread, like you want something lean and thin, a pita, naan bread, you know, stuff like that. So this does look really good, but I will say that I wouldn't have it in the middle of the day because it would be so too warm for that sort of thing. That's the sort of like during the day, like the height of the day, you want something that's based in ice, liquid wise, large quantities of it, and if you're gonna eat anything, some fruit. Like, I would really be that's really where I would just draw the line. Oh.
Knows the
Get
show.
some
She's a
more
fan of
coffee
history,
after
so
this.
she knows that I love food and history, so she crafted this entire trip around.
I've had the tea now. I've had the mint tea.
Based on food and history.
That's
but
cool.
Also outdoor adventures and golf and yoga. They do big groups. They also do small groups like me and my parents who are with me on this trip. The entire trip is based around your passions, your budget, and your schedule. Also, because they're based partly here in Morocco, you get the expertise of a
The tea is lovely. It's not like the tea we have. It's like it can be so strong it will basically like rip the tongue from you. But you can get all different types in it, and the mint tea is just so beautiful. And as you saw there, like they prepare it by pouring it in like really like long drams of it. And you wouldn't think that having like such a scorching hot drink in such a scorching hot climate would be ideal. But you're normally drinking it in like a ice cold tiled room. And it's so chill and so relaxed. Because after all, they don't have like a bar scene. They have a tea and coffee drinking scene. Gossiping, chatting, reading, watching football. That's where they go instead of going to the pub like we do. And it definitely feels good, especially if you're like in the middle of the bazaar and there's something there. Do not go to a bazaar and expect to have a quiet time. You do not go to the bazaar to stay alone. You go to the bazaar to get harassed every 5 seconds by someone offering you the 50th totally real Rolex.
But they're also based partly in the United States, so you get the ease of working with an American company. And I love Morocco, but I would not do this trip without some help. It's just too hard to navigate. And so Wanderlust really provided all of the help that we needed. They were absolutely fantastic. And so I thank them. Thank you, Wanderlust, for bringing me and my parents to
You saw that they were wearing
for setting
jackets.
us up with Moha, who helped us get all of the ingredients to make our tabadirt. Our first stop was the souk, or
the market. But yeah, you saw up there the like they were wearing jackets because like the wind is still pretty heavy up there, and it's not like the height of summer.
In Risani. It's where many of the local people, as well as nomads and people from bigger towns, bring produce and other goods to sell. You can buy olives, dates, pottery, donkeys, livestock, but it was the vegetables and salt that we were there for. They also sell spices, and they come in huge piles, but our guide Moha said that for the best quality spices, we had to go to the small village of Hasselabiad and visit Abdul. This man not only sells every spice and every herb you could possibly imagine, but he knows everything about them and what they're used for medicinally. He's like a pharmacist that was also able to sell me long pepper and spikenard. And neither of these are in the Berber pizza, but we did get the cinnamon, black pepper, cumin, and ginger for that, as well as plenty of Morocco's most famous spice mixture, Ras el Hanout, which it means the top or the head of the shop. And it's a mixture of all of the best spices that a spice shop has to offer.
It's basically the equivalent of like the Italian spice mix that you get, or mixed spices, the Chinese, like the 5-spice herb. It's just a combination of it. But this one, of course, because it would be all coming from probably the best collection of spices you'll ever go to. You're getting the best collection of spices all thrown together.
Abdul's version has 44 different spices, and I don't even know if I could name 44 spices, but the scent and the flavor is just so typically Moroccan. Now, after we left Abdul's, we headed not that far to a nearby oasis where we got to watch people taking water from the well, and we got to see how they channeled the water into the oasis to irrigate their crops. Each family has several plots that they can grow different foods on, as well as several that they can leave fallow. And while we had already got all the vegetables that we needed, I did get to munch on the absolute sweetest carrot I have ever had in my entire life. It has ruined all other carrots for me. After that, it was finally time to head into the dunes.
Smelliest motherfuckers in the world, those.
And began the trek, and if I could afford the theme to Lawrence of Arabia, it would be playing right now.
You kidding me? I'd be playing the Dune music.
Of course, we could have also just taken a four-wheel drive vehicle, which is what Moha did, but where's the fun in that? I really wanted to ride a camel. Now, as soon as we did arrive, it was time to start the tabadirt. Though actually, Hoka and Zorha, who were doing the cooking, had already begun because making the fire takes quite a while and the dough takes hours. Traditionally, the nomads would start this dough of durum wheat, salt, water, and yeast in the morning, and then they would let it rise as they traveled across the desert so that it would be ready when they stopped for their midday meal. But as Hoka and Zorha are not nomads, I'm pretty sure they just made it at the camp. And it is clear it is not their first time making it, as Zorha's dough rolling technique left me feeling like she should be the one hosting a cooking show on YouTube. It was absolutely hypnotic.
God damn. Probably made that by the thousands, if not at this point now.
Hoka was in charge of the filling, which can be made of many things, but is typically vegetables and spices. She used a mix.
I just realized the comparison between watching this and just watching Cobes, you know? Both are technically cooking shows.
Of green onions, tomatoes, carrots, and herbs like coriander. Then there's also hardened fat, usually from a sheep or goat, that melts when heated that binds everything together. She also added a little olive oil, and then came the spices: black pepper, ginger, cinnamon, cumin, ras el hanout, and some salt. Now today, when it's made in an oven, meat is often added, but over hot coals in the sand, it bakes so quickly that meat doesn't have time to cook, so it tends to just be the vegetables, which is how they're making it.
There's like a lot of veg. Of course, you're eating it by the slice, so. This stream will probably get a copyright at some point. Between the lofi beats and this. Just might be want to boot up, like Crusader, not Crusader King. Yeah, maybe Crusader Kings. That's got some great soundtracks. I mean, we're still playing the Elder Scrolls mod, so I don't know. Redguard. Look at that. Flat as flat can be. What? It makes me wonder, like, who comes up with these ideas? Like, how far back do you gotta go? Was this going on, like, 5,000 years ago? 10,000 years ago? Probably not that far back. And we start a good forest fire here right now. That's definitely going to add to the crispiness. Let's get a free chocolate cake out of this, apparently. Lift it up and oh, yes.
Then once it's baked, they remove it from the coals, but not wanting to waste anything, including the heat, they used what was left to heat the tea that we'd be drinking with the tabadirt. Then they brushed off the bread and told me that it's not sand, but just ash, because when the sand gets really hot, it doesn't actually stick to the bread like it would if it was cool.
Yeah, I remember that.
Once the tabadirt was cleaned off, it was ready to eat, and we hoped to eat outside, but the wind
Top of the earth.
had really picked up, and it started to sprinkle, a blessing in the Sahara, but not ideal for a picnic, so we followed Hoga into a nearby tent and watched as she sliced into the top. On the very first cut, the entire tent was just filled with this aroma of spices and the onions. And we have had a lot of
And now here's a video of King Cubs trying a frozen pizza pocket.
wonderful food here in Morocco, but honestly nothing compares
Keep the desert clean.
to tabadirt. It's definitely my favorite dish, and my mother agrees. I ended up eating probably more than my fair share, but I do not apologize, and I would absolutely do it again. Though it did make it so I wasn't really hungry when we got to the Paradis du Sahara camp where we were staying that evening, but that didn't stop me from eating a bit of tagine anyway.
Hell
I
yeah.
want to thank everyone here in Morocco who made this whole trip possible, Wanderlust Voyages for setting it up, and Paradis du Sahara, and everyone for just making this happen. It was truly something I will never forget. And again, if you are traveling to Morocco...
That's like a great, great meal. Alright. Wop. 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 Wop, wop, wop. Oh, many links still to go. Right, Casey, you protect. You protect. God, she looks so. Now this is Casey looking at that meal that was just presented, and she's just taking a massive bong hit. She's like, I want whatever that is and lots of it, please. All right, Casey, you hold down the fort while I get more coffee. Of course, if you don't know, this is Casey Tron, aka Casey Lee. Now, I'm going to go and grab more coffee. Actually, will I? Yeah, I don't need to have it right now. But I'll grab some coffee just for the road. And I humbly ask, if you are so inclined, to wait, what time is it? 5:30. 15:30. No. No, actually, yeah. Oh, all right. I actually won't. I think I gotta wrap it up here. For the simple reason that I would give you a stream till about 6, and then I'll feel super tired because I've been up since 6. The coffee will kill off, and then I'll have a buzzkill. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and stream tomorrow when I'm awake over on Twitch. So for that, I'm gonna need as much coffee as possible. But I think I'm gonna just wrap it up here. Been fun. I enjoyed myself. I said I'd try to give you a 6-hour stream, but almost 4 hours. Standard low energy. Yeah, I want to apologize for just not streaming over the past few days. So this week I'll go and change that. You guys, by the way, thank you so much for the surprisingly large amount of views I got, considering it's not like even 6 on my end. Even people who follow me over here on Europe will be still posting stuff on will still be like work and shit. I'll be back tomorrow over on Twitch. Link in the description for my Twitch, so to go and follow me there if you haven't already. And we're going to hit Assassin's Creed 2 until it's done. All of it. It is a lot. Oh, except for the feathers and like little random bits like that. We have to do the puzzles, of course. The subject 15 or, and we have to do. Still smells a little like cedar wood. Only a little. We have to go and grab a we have to go and do the main quest. I have to get all the remaining bits of art and the bits of weapons and armor. I just got the gun now, so that'll make things a little bit more interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably give the puzzles only a little bit of a chance, and then if not, I'll go and I'll just look up a guide. There's not really much else. On Wednesday, I might give you another gaming stream, actually. So maybe Tuesday and Wednesday will be the gaming streams. Week. Or maybe I'll just give you a lot of gaming streams. Alright. I am out of here. It was fun. I enjoyed. I'm glad I gave you guys something. But I gotta go. On top of doing all this, I also should start doing some other productive stuff. The kitchen could definitely do with a bit of a spruce up, so I should do that while I still have the energy. There's not really much else to say. You know what to do at this point. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my Twitter, my Twitch, all that good stuff. And don't forget Discord, which I will start getting active again by slamming a pot and pan together really loudly, going, "Start conversing with each other." But yeah, oh, and anyone who's watching who might be up for it on Thursday, we need a boost for the show, the podcast. Still no word back yet from anyone. Alright, I'm just killing time right now. You all take care, and remember,